Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Huntress Realm. Have an awesome show for you guys. Y'all know me. I love San Antonio. I'm not from San Antonio, but I love everything about San Antonio from its rich history to its awesome, awesome people. Speaking of amazing guests, I have Mr. Art and Dominique Herrera,
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
and
hi everybody.
I have Mr. Mike Guerra.
How you doing, people? What's up?
What's up?
So let's. I had to take notes because I get nervous. I don't know why.
Cool.
It's
We
okay. um,
you know,
so, Art, what got you into photography and videography? If you want.
I started photography in like the mid 2000s, and um, kind of had stopped for a little while. I got my DSLR in like 2008, 2009, and before that, I just had kind of like consumer level cameras. Before that, and I always had a passion for it, and ended up just taking a break and going through college with graphic design for about 3 or 4 years. And Dominica went to the same college as me. She went for fashion design at that time. And I picked up photography again, and then I lost touch with it. And I finally picked it up around 2017, 2018, and that's when I began my mastery for it. So at this point in my career, I'm a full-time professional photographer, and I'm at a mastery level. And of course, I have a model that's available to me every day, so I photograph her quite frequently. And as far as film, we started a YouTube channel in 2018, which was similar to our current business name. It was Masterminds with Dominica Herrera, and that so I've started. We started, humble with Sony Handycams, iPhone 7s.
Old school.
Oh, wow.
Anything we can get our hands on. And now we're at our mastery level. We have real cinema cameras. We do post production, full major production. We've truly grown over the years.
A lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You answered one of my questions. I was going to ask, how did y'all guys meet?
How did we meet? We actually met. We've been married for 20 years.
Woo!
And
That's goals.
I'll let Dominica say it.
Actually, so we met. We had nothing to do with any of this pre life. He was actually working as a security for a retail store, and I was doing makeup for the retail store as a makeup girl. And we just happened to cross paths, and I'm very friendly, so I say hi to everybody, in the morning. That's just me. And I remember he was kind of rude and was like, and so I was like, oh, whatever, you're lost. And so we didn't talk. And then he's the one that started talking to me. And then I would say it took probably, oh my gosh, I don't know, maybe like a month before I gave him the time of day. And then we started talking and going to lunch and dating.
Oh, how could you be rude to her? She's beautiful. Look at that.
Thank you.
So, what is your favorite place to go and take pictures at out of all the places you've ever gone?
Good question.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess right now it's kind of downtown near Peacock Alley, and I guess what's the garage called?
Houston.
Houston Street Garage, like around the Majestic. I photographed Dominica in full lingerie in the middle of the street in front of the Majestic Theater. So that was for her birthday about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's you got to have really thick skin and really you got to have really thick skin to put your wife in lingerie in the middle of the street in front of the Majestic Theater.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't even do that in my room. I'm like, no.
It takes a lot of guts to do that. So yeah, around that area is where I do a lot of headshots or modeling, and I will put models in the middle of the street with traffic. It's just
That's awesome. Just sometimes you get like the best shots in the most weirdest places.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So what is your favorite go-to outfit, Dominique?
Oh my gosh, my favorite go-to. I actually love corsets.
Okay.
I model a lot of dresses, and I mean everything and anything, to be honest with you. Fashion, couture. But I don't know, something about corsets. When I put a corset on, I just feel very I don't know, beautiful, feminine, black patent. That's my favorite. I don't know. I just feel like it's iconic. Mhm.
Oh, yes, I love corsets. The corsets are pretty. I never worn one, but I think they look amazing on
No,
women.
they do. Any body type with curves, no curves. I mean, it really gives you a great silhouette. Mhm.
If you could model for any brand, who would it be?
Zuhair Murad. He is my favorite fashion designer, and his pieces are impeccable. I mean, it's like I don't even know how he can outdo himself. And every time a new line comes out, he outdoes himself, and it's incredible. So if you hear that, Zuhair Murad, right here, I would definitely love to model one of his shows. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I got asked that question once, and I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, I'm gonna ask Dominica that question because she's a fashionista.
I got the answer.
So what like type of pictures do you like to take? Like, is there a certain filter that you like to use the most? Is there a certain like angle that
Your
you like
style.
to take pictures
I
on?
thought she was
Yeah, what's
asking
your
me what
style?
kind of-
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both.
Both?
Okay. You go first.
So I'm naturally a headshot photographer. That's kind of how I started. Really honing in my skills. Full body came a little bit later, but the shots that I like to do is as well. I photograph Dominica a lot, so that's kind of like my go-to. Any lighting technique or a new idea that immediately we execute it together, and that's kind of how we show our skill set off, so that people do book us if they want that type of lighting or color. As far as filters, I don't really use filters. I'm an editor, so I edit my photos to a certain standard that I like. I'm a black and white master, so I often will photograph Dominica a lot in black and white. And I have two different types. I have like a high key for the skin, and I have a low key for the skin type. And so I fluctuate between. They're pretty similar, but I can tell the difference. So a lot of the times, my favorite go-to, I guess, is Dominica in a corset. It's usually a tight shot because I focus on the eyes. So I like to draw out emotion from those eyes. So when me and Dominica are working together, we can shoot upwards of 500 shots, and we'll keep about 10 of those because they'll express through her eyes what we're trying to convey. And it takes a while, but we're pretty good at it.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen some of the work, and I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. And I was about to say, you can see a lot of people's emotions through their eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why some psychic readers, they're like more in tune with like your eyes. Like they're like, I have to see it's your eyes because they say your eyes are like the gateway to your soul. So
Yes.
Yes.
That's
true.
that's true. Very true.
That's true. Mhm. Oh yeah.
Mr. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Glad to be part of the show. And by the way, I love the intro.
Thank you. I
That
actually
was-
had
that
it made.
that was
Awesome.
cool.
I was all
loved
like
it.
engaged the whole time.
I saw that and I was like, wow, that's amazing.
It was
That
good.
Gotta
was
show 'em how to
that
do
was
that.
Papa Wraith's. That was Papa Wraith's whole thing. Anthony.
Oh yeah, that's
Anthony
well,
did
that's
it.
good. That's an awesome intro. So
One of the people that was in the intro, Reggie, he's actually doing a podcast tonight as well, and he actually has John Ozuna on. So
wow,
I
nice.
popped in for I popped in for a minute, and John
Miss
was
you.
like, "Hey, you have Art and Dominique on your and Mike on your show tonight." I was like, "I do," and he goes, "Give him a virtual hug for me." And I was like, "I will."
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we love
Hugging him back.
It's our buddy, man. Love that man. He's
Yeah.
our brother.
Mwah.
Yeah, love that
He's a
dude.
nice guy. He's
Awesome
a
guy.
really, really nice
He
guy.
is awesome.
So Mike, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I met you through the paranormal side.
Yep.
How did you go from being a paranormal investigator to a model?
Well, I
Mhm.
mean, this was something I did in high school. I was into acting. I was like I always had this growing up, always watched a lot of movies, right? And I was always into acting and directing and writing little like I started when I was in fifth grade where I was me and my best friend he's an artist and you have him on your Facebook. I'm with Dominica, the Ralph Quiteres guy. He's an
Oh,
artist. Yeah, okay. So
the
me and him
artsy
grew
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
like that guy.
me and him
Mhm.
we grew up together and So we used to write like little short stories, and he would draw. He was like the master drawer, and so we would share these ideas, and he would draw them out, and we started like like making fun of our teacher, like oh like whatever, like the mean teacher of fifth grade, right? So we just started getting elaborating, and then we started watching a lot of a lot of movies, old school movies like in the 80s, and with real acting, Godfather, Al Pacino's like one of our great actors,
Good
just
stuff.
a lot of good movies.
Hmm.
And so I started, just loving the way the acting was, and the movies were really good and dramatic, and it was something like we can share in our personal life, and it was just some of the characters kind of related to me, and I don't know, I just started liking it. So I went to high school. I was in drama class, and I got more into it there with the history of drama and getting more involved with the actors there and doing lighting work, and that's kind of I started first. I was just doing light work and the technical side, right? And then met a lot of great people, and they were actors, and then we kind of like did some script readings and stuff like that, and that's how I got involved with music as well, because a lot of the guys are very talented. So eventually I just wanted to do that, and then they had a model show. I was in it at that time, and I liked it. I know, I mean, I'm not a big I'm a big introvert guy, but like I don't, I like that kind of attention. I like to just just to put on another character, trying to show off,
Mhm.
and I don't know, I just loved it. So but after a while, it kind of fell off, but I always had it in my heart. I always watch movies, and it always touched me, and always kind of like recite the certain scenes. I'd always like when I'm alone, would just be like, yeah, if I did this, I would do this way. And so eventually it all came back. I mean, down the line I thought it was kind of done, because I was already getting older, and I was like, all right, I'm over that, it's a dream, right? But then I met Art, and by the grace of God, we just in the paranormal, it was weird, like I met Art and Dominica, and we just started, we
Yeah.
just clicked. It was automatic. It was just like me and
Mhm.
Art just clicked, like we knew each other, and we just started conversing about acting, and I saw his gift in photography and video camera, and it was just like, man, this guy's amazing, like he's. So I started asking questions, and then eventually we started just talking, and he told me how he was, he knew he did all this work, and he was connected with us, good people and actors, and when he said acting, that's when I knew, like, okay, this guy's like legit, like. And then I talked to Dominica, and then she was telling me her history and everything about being a fashionista, and showing her some of the works, and it just like, I want in, you know,
Mhm.
like I want in, like I just knew it, and then Art's like, yeah, just come aboard, man, and that's it. It just everything took off from there, and now we grow closer as not just as an actor and like as work people, but as family. I got I
Oh, yeah.
Art and Dominic have been like brother and sister, family, and just more than just an actor and an agent, and we
Yeah.
hang out, we shared a lot of good times. They've been there for me in my hard times, and I love them both, and so we grew as a family. So now I guess you can say it's an acting family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. I love the family concept and how, there's a lot of good people out there in the world still, and you can mesh with them and create a family. Like, I just recently found my new paranormal family, and that's everyone who's part of the Texas Wraith Hunters. And so I mean, I love it. Um, Speaking of family, Art and Dominica, y'all have 4 kids, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And they also model as well, don't they?
We're a creative family, so yeah,
Yeah.
they all either Enzo is a professional photographer, cinematographer. He does acting, modeling. Our youngest two have already done their actors' headshots,
Oh, that's so
um,
cool.
and they're training and modeling right now. They're 5 and 3, so Gio and Katniss. My
Oh.
oldest son, Prazo, he's actually I guess you could say, the face of Autism Paciente, the head model spokesperson. He's had a lot of regression, but he does do modeling. He's done photo shoots. He's done it all.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
He's actually
That's
walked in the
amazing.
runway in the fashion show.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Um, so speaking of Prazo, your oldest child, I know that he's having a little bit of difficult right now. You want to go into
Yeah.
a little bit detail about that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. He's turning. He's going to be 18 this year. So
18. Yeah.
he's still 17 right now, and he was a pretty active kid, even though he still was diagnosed with autism at 2 years old. That was new, back then. Nobody had any idea how to deal with it, and neither did we as parents. And so we've gone through every every trial with him. It's been a long journey, and he was a really active kid, and he would talk to you.
Mhm.
He would remember your birthday, even if he hadn't seen you for years.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he that was his thing. He loved to hear about your birthday and your
Mhm.
party.
Mhm.
And around
Yeah.
middle school, I noticed he started walking a little bit funny. His walk changed and his talking changed, and the regression we started to see began to happen.
Stem.
He started mentally declining further and further until we ended up having to hospitalize him because he was basically a vegetable for a little bit.
Wow.
We were taking care of him, me, my wife, and
Mhm.
my other son Enzo. We were all bathing him, taking care of him, cleaning him up, feeding him by hand
Yeah.
every meal.
Making sure he eats.
Right.
We still do that to some degree because he's still he's stable, but he's at any time his status can change. So
Right.
we still feed him.
Mhm.
Right now he's feeding himself. We're still taking turns showering him.
We do have to prompt him a lot in
takes a
order to
lot.
finish his food, in order to
Mhm.
drink water and stay hydrated. Little things that you don't think about that we have to like kind of every step of the way make sure that that is completed. So
Right.
Yeah, it takes a lot. Today just to get him off the dinner table to
Mhm.
almost all three of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just to get him out of there. So we're still, and these are just some of the basic things that we deal with. That are more, I guess, the obvious ones. Everything else, like teaching him, redirecting him with some of the basic skills we all take for granted.
Mhm.
There was one point where he would do the dishes for us. He would load the
Mhm.
dishwasher and he would do his own
He used to
laundry.
do laundry, the dishes.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah.
not anymore. We got him to do it the other day. What you did.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of prompting. It was kind of putting it all in his hands and opening the washer, but step by step telling him what to do and not leaving his side, making sure he completed every, you don't think it's a lot of steps, but if you
Yeah.
really break it down, it is a lot of steps and switching it out into the dryer. But we got it done. It took a long time, but we got it done. So for me, that was like a moment, it was a moment.
Yeah, as a mom, seeing them, being able to accomplish something, it's like it's a happy moment.
Yeah.
Um, is there like any kind of help y'all guys can get for him or anything like that?
Yeah.
There's
To
the last, I guess you could say, a last glimmer of hope. I mean, we pray. We're people of faith, and don't think we don't stop praying. We pray for him every day, every night. Lots of people at our church pray for him. But recently, we found out about MERT therapy. It's magnetic resonance therapy, where they customize a plan for your brain. They not only treat people for autism, but PTSD, depression, anxiety. But this plan is customized to his brain. The sad part is it's very expensive, costs thousands and thousands, anywhere from $10,000 to $11,000. They don't take insurance, and we're not exactly millionaires,
No.
so
Not
we're
yet.
we're working on
Someday.
saving money and doing fundraisers to help get him in the door, get the evaluation. That's step one. It's about $500. And then after the evaluation, if he's a candidate, which we're 99% sure he is, he'll start therapy for 2 weeks. That's another $2,000. And then they'll let us know if it's working. If it's working, then we'll
MRI.
continue. If it's not, then they'll just say, hey, it's not working for him.
And
Right.
This is a last resort.
So, yeah.
We've exhausted hospitalization.
We've
all
gone
the
through
medications.
medicines, doctors,
We had a team of 3 neurologists.
everything.
And while he was hospitalized, and it was
Yeah.
like an episode of House MD, if you remember that old TV show.
Mhm.
We were in there for a very long time, and then he started responding on his own, and so we were able to get him out of the hospital and get him back home. But it's taken a toll on all of us. It
Right. Yeah.
emotionally has drained us, and this is a last resort. So
We're not giving up on
no,
him. We're
not
not
at
quitting.
all.
He's
Yeah.
going to live with us forever. So just, want to make that clear. We love our son. He'll always be with us. He'll always be protected. But we want him to have his own life. We want him to have
Right.
a quality of life. We want him to get up. Maybe he'll go to college. Maybe he'll drive a car. Maybe he'll get married. I don't know. But we want him to have that opportunity.
Right. Yeah. Is there like a GoFundMe page or something that we can, donate to and help out?
Yeah, we're starting the GoFundMe page. We're going to launch on February 22nd, the same day as the plate sale that we're going to have. That
Awesome.
plate sale is going to those funds are going to kind of help us get into the door, get him the evaluation, and start the process.
He's
Yeah.
cooking barbecue chicken.
All day.
Ooh.
So we'll be selling plates, and then the kick event at the 9-round kickboxing gym and medical center. So every kick is a donation towards Prazo's fundraiser.
Awesome. And when's this plate sale going to be?
February-
Where's it?
Oh, at 9-round. So at the 9-round medical center. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Put the address.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're in San
Send me
Antonio.
the address and stuff, and I'll share it out as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely, we definitely want to help them out. Like I said, family is a big thing to me as well. So anything could help to help you guys out.
Thank you. Yeah. Everything's appreciated. Prayers, support, love. Yeah. Everything.
Yes, ma'am. We'll try to lighten things up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I see that y'all guys just did a movie, right? Soft
Mhm.
Potato, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
What's that about?
well, you get the scripty and the star.
Okay. So Soft Potato, I would describe it as a psychological horror thriller film. You have your villain, which is a psycho clown, and there's a little more to that. I just don't want to give away the film.
Right.
I actually play an FBI agent, so Special Agent Victoria Guerra. He's actually my supervisor, so he plays an FBI supervisor.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mike's in the film.
Okay.
Mike's in the film too.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait to
I
see
don't-
it. It's gonna be
I don't
awesome.
want to give it away what happens to him, but
Yeah. You just gotta wait and see.
Oh,
I'll let you tell more about it.
We had a soft premiere. We were editing down to the last second of the premiere, just because we do everything in house. We film it, we color grade it, we do the audio. I do all the audio work, the Foley, which is the sound effects like footsteps or things like that we have to create, or other types of gunfire and things.
All the technical things people don't think about.
That's cool.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
studio is actually in our house. We're actually in our
Oh,
studio here.
Mhm.
This is wardrobe back here. It's not our closet.
I was
all
about to say,
costume.
wow, she's got a lot of clothes.
Well, that I do, but yeah.
So we're in the photography studio, and so we do everything in house. So from start to finish, it's totally our film. And
Yes.
we did a soft premiere at Wine 101.
In Old Helotes,
Yeah.
Helotes,
Oh,
Texas.
cool.
And so our film currently is about 45 minutes long. And
Okay.
Mike's in there. Mike's what stands out was that it took two cinematographers, me and Enzo, to actually shoot the scene that he's in,
Yes.
because we did a handoff of the camera and we didn't do a cut. So somebody's
Oh.
handing me the camera and we're trying not to shake it over.
Yeah.
I don't want to say how we're doing that over Mike, but I
Yeah.
don't want to blow it away.
Wow.
But he did a dang good job. And,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we don't have a trailer out yet. We kind of want to get one out, but right now I think we're going to have 2 more soft premieres here in the studio. So if you want to come
Awesome.
by when we have that, you can
I
watch
would
it
love
here.
to.
So it's not on YouTube. We don't have a live
We might
link.
have a venue. We might do it at the venue
Yeah.
also. So yeah, but I mean, either or, we'll invite you and we'll post it, and we'll tag you and especially invite you.
I would love to see that. Yeah, I saw the flyer and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This looks interesting.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
really
you
good. It's a good movie.
described, yeah, you
So-
described what kind of movie it was, and it took me back to Suspiria because I saw that movie just recently, and I'm like,
Yes.
indie horror. Like I'm starting to have this thing for indie horror movies
Mhm.
now. It's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
really good.
other films. I think this is our 16th film we have.
Oh.
But we have a lot of short films that we haven't.
Shout out to Mastermind's talent that's in there.
Oh
The
yeah,
rest of the team.
all our
Mhm.
our agency is in there. That we are a talent agency as well. That's what we
Yeah.
do.
We cast our own talent.
So our talent
That's
comes,
awesome.
we prioritize them and we will cast them. And
Yeah.
uh,
Shout out to MMT. Woo! MMT love.
Woo woo.
Yep.
so they're in all the films.
All great talent.
Yes.
Nice.
Whether it's voice or support or starring role, they're always
Yeah.
there.
They're great,
That's
phenomenal team. We got male, female actors, models, and they're the best. The best.
So Mike was a voiceover actor in one of the films that we did, Prayers
Mhm.
Rising.
Oh yes. Yeah.
What's
Dominic
that?
played a nun.
What?
Dominica was a nun,
Yes.
Awesome.
and
Man.
Mike was a demon
Yep.
voice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Give
fun.
us a clip of your demon voice, Mike.
Huh? Oh, I don't know. We used sound effects on that one.
Oh.
But you did change your voice, to be
Huh?
fair. You did change it, yeah.
Yeah, he changed it, and then
He did.
I tweaked it and edited it, and
Yeah.
then we had a demon stand in. Enzo was the demon, the physical demon. I think the mask is right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it's
right
behind
It's
you.
back there.
It's moving back
Awesome.
there.
It's
Yeah.
moving. Ooh,
It's moving. No,
So we've done that. We've done
Yeah.
like a dark web box short film.
hmm
That one was really cool.
Yeah, like a psychological horror
Yeah.
also. Yeah. Bloody, all that kind of stuff.
And multiple vampire films.
Oh, and the action, we did the action comedy of Clutterbuck.
Oh yeah, she was an LAPD officer who shoots everybody in the bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an action movie.
It was
Okay.
comedy. It was
Good
pretty
stuff. Good stuff.
Mike got stabbed or he got shot.
I got stabbed.
Okay.
Oh no.
I was the first one to get killed, so hey, it's an honor, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's
I
always
was the
an honor
first
to be
victim. The
one.
first victim.
The first victim.
Yep.
Remember
Yeah.
the pull stick?
Oh yeah, he got the pull stick and then you
Yep.
stabbed.
I was trying to pick a fight and I picked the wrong
Yeah,
person.
you got to see that one too, Sydney. It's
Oh
good.
Yeah.
no.
It's good.
I have
That-
to
That
watch.
one was for a competition.
That was for Vinny's Film
Yeah,
Festival.
I'll let you talk about that.
Cool.
So we actually, okay, so to kind of back up a little bit, we actually won an award last year in New York at the Staten Island Summer of Shorts Film Festival. So we got Best Video Editing, which was phenomenal. So great job, Art.
Thanks.
Woo! Good job, Art.
So they called us back in and they said, New York said, hey guys, we want you to enter this competition. You got 10 days to make a film. You're talking from beginning to end. So scripting, filming, producing it, directing, editing, to the finish, to sending it and emailing it off. You're talking 10 days. So you got to get all your actors together, get everybody on the same schedule, hand out scripts, learn your script, get a location or locations. So, it's not quite that, easy, but we've done it. We've done quick things before, so we're used to it. We work best under pressure. So we got the team together and we filmed the promotion of Clutterbuck, which again is based off an LAPD detective and her aggressive behaviors, she will. It's really good. So it's got action in there. It's got some comedy. It's got some funny scenes. Mastermind's talent, of course, is in there. Mike's in there. But yeah, it did really good. So we submitted it. We didn't win in that competition.
No.
I felt like we should have personally. No offense, Vinny. But we did a phenomenal job. Yeah, we did a really great job, and I'm really, 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 really proud of the team.
Guys.
Because they pulled it together and they were on it. So
started
yeah.
at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning, right? We got out like
we
about
got
2
up
or 3 or something
early
like
that day. Early.
Couldn't have made it without
Wow.
you
Yep.
guys.
Yeah, we filmed it at Sir Winston's Pub. It's a bar. So shout out to Steve Pena because he hooked us up for that.
Nice.
So our friend Steve, he's actually an acting coach and a really, really good friend of ours.
And shout out to Sir Winston's. It's actually a nice
Sir
place.
Winston's, go have a drink there.
Nice.
Shots.
So I see you have fangs in. Is that
Yes.
for another movie? I'm
We have
assuming.
multiple vampire films
Yes.
coming up.
So anyone that knows us knows that we love vampire films, and that is like I would say our go-to. If we had a go-to film, it's vampire films. I'm obsessed. He's obsessed. Mastermind's talent loves it. Actually, so the movie that he won for best video editing, that film was a vampire film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gothic Grayson Street, and it was episode 1. Episode 1 that won it, where I play Serafina, a vampire. But we're actually in the middle of scripting for a new vampire film, which I don't want to give away details. So yeah, we're collaborating with Christopher Sebastian, and we're putting it together as we speak. But sometimes I need to get into character in order to come up with ideas or to be better at my character or to script. So this is kind of normal around our house.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, so today was a day to wear my fangs and kind of think about it and be in that moment so I can make this film and be a part of it, script it, and be good at my character.
Oh yeah,
That's
she walks
awesome.
around like an LAPD officer
Yeah.
sometimes. I think
Some
during
people
the
call it method acting.
Yeah.
Which he has
Can
his
imagine
opinions
her.
on that. We won't go there.
Some
All right, put the clothes in the
take it
washer.
a little too far. So yeah, she's walked around the house like LAPD, and I'm like, really?
Oh yeah, yes. I have that hardcore face, like, and I have my weapon.
You just want to eat dinner.
He said, "I'm just hungry."
But this is our life. This is what we do. This is the norm. Our kids are used to it, and our kids are actually characters, and they have their own. I've been watching my 5-year-old, my 3-year-old. They start changing their voices and pretend playing like actors, and like they're different people. I hear them, and I'm just like, where do you get that? And I'm like, oh wait, look in here.
Yeah, Mom.
Sometimes they actually photobomb, like if we're doing like a boudoir shoot for Dominique, they
Not just
they
me,
photobomb.
the other models too. Yeah, like we'll have some of the girls come in and model whatever they're doing, a fashion photo shoot, and they like to come and photobomb them. That's just their thing. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Talent's used to them. It's like their family. They all know the kids. The kids know them. So yeah.
That's like my son with my paranormal. He went to school one day, and then I picked him up from school, and he's like, "Hey, Mom, I told the girls that my mom's a ghost hunter." And I was like, "Oh my God." And he's like, he's trying so hard to convince his dad to let him go on a ghost hunt with me. He's like, "I'm going to be 7 this year, and we're going to go ghost hunt. It's going to be so awesome." And I'm just like, okay.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he looks up to you. They see and they hear everything. Even when you think they're not, they do. Yeah.
And that's good that you're building a bond, That's something you
Yeah.
build with your child. You guys got something in common. You guys, it's more spending time with each other, that's awesome. That's an awesome bond you guys can have.
Yeah.
He's going to be a cool little weirdo like his mom.
Pretty sure our neighbors think we're freaking crazy, but that's okay.
Sometimes we gotta hook up the loudspeakers and we gotta test it like a theater. And I think one of our previous movies we had a lot of torture scenes in there.
Yeah, so they're like,
I always get
they're
worried
screaming,
that the
and
neighbors are gonna call the cops.
you hear stabbing, and then we're just like, oh, let's close that window and close the door so the neighbors don't hear us.
And as an editor, we have to replay it over and over. And if we add something, we replay, and then
we have to replay things, to catch things, to see things, to edit, all the good stuff we have to do with the film.
I mean, I've sometimes, by the time we've delivered a movie, I've watched it, thousands of times just to make sure it's right. And I wonder, when we're playing a murder scene, editing it, I'm wondering if my neighbor can really hear it because it's right by the window.
Yeah.
So,
one day you're gonna get a knock on your door and be like, "Hey, is everything okay in there?"
Yeah, we always say that's gonna happen one day, and we'll have to explain to the cops and show them that we're actors.
There's a studio back here and blood and guts.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So have y'all ever been to a haunted location and not even know it until you review your cameras and stuff?
I feel like I know for a fact we've been to places and we don't go there with the intent to look for something or investigate. We go there for, honestly, photo shoots like we've done before in other cities. And then all of a sudden, we just, our senses kick in. It's natural. And I'm like, I tell him, do you feel that? And then all of a sudden we start feeling the energy change. We start, it's just for some reason the shoot's not going well. So we're like, okay, let's move. So we'll walk somewhere else. And then all of a sudden things feel better. So we still have a lot of senses. We are very in tune. It's hard to explain, but I know you get it.
Yeah.
So there are times when we go places and then we pick up on things pretty fast.
We even did it. Remember at the first the autism. Remember the place where we got?
That's
we
right.
felt
Pedrati's Ranch.
We went to do our we went to do our practice run, right? And
tell them about that. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, I think we went there. We just went to go do a run right before the big show, right? And as soon as I got there, I wasn't even thinking of it. I was just like, all right, let's do this. Let's practice. Let's start. Right, because I was very excited because we're gonna get it. We're gonna have this event, right? So it's cool. My first event. It's gonna be great. So I show up and I just start feeling this crazy energy. There's people there. I don't know. I mean, I don't mean
Yeah.
people, like just two. I mean, like it felt like there was like 50 people there, like a crowd of people.
Mhm.
But that's the energy I felt when before I walked in and met with Art, and because they were setting up and everything, and I don't know, I felt weird, but I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, all right, we're cool, we're here, let's get it right. And as soon as we
Mhm.
did a run and everything, uh, we everyone was gone. It was just us, right? And I know Enzo came up to me and he told me, hey, Mike,
Yeah.
you know what? And he just like randomly came up to me and told me, hey, Mike, I think there's something here. And I was like, really? I was like, and real quick, I was like, oh, I thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
No, cool, cool. So we start talking, and he
That's
said,
our
yeah, yeah,
15-year-old son that
yeah.
picked up on that.
So he
Wow.
picked up
Mhm.
on it, and then
Yeah.
so I picked up on it because like I already picked up on it, but I didn't want to like scare people and tell them right we're in
Yeah.
like a modern
Right.
show. I'm not gonna tell people, hey, guess what? It's haunted, right? So so I'm there
Okay.
doing, after we're all said and done, right? We're just putting things away. We're breaking down everything, right? And that's when Enzo came up to me and said, hey, I noticed something over here in this room, the main room which we were gonna have the show, and he's like, yeah, there's something in the back, and I feel like this crazy energy. So okay, so we start
Yeah.
talking. Then I get with Dominica and Art, and then like we all just it just all just came out like, hey, guess what, Mike? This is what I felt, and I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
really? So we
We're trying
all
to
just
do an
started noticing.
investigation real quick.
Yeah, and
What
then we started
what
doing
what
this little
really
investigation. Yeah,
what really threw me off, and I was like, okay, I'm not. That's when I knew something was up, or like it was very obvious. Should I say? It was when I was talking to you and Yemi, and I think another person was there, and then I remember hearing a bunch of stuff
Oh yeah.
to the right of me far back, but the thing was all the other kids weren't gone, that there was nobody on that side of the venue of that room, and it's a large room, mind you, but you can clearly see, it's like an open space.
Hmm.
And I kept hearing like if someone was like grabbing stuff and throwing it, and like
Oh
I mean you
no.
could just literally hear like busyness, like
Yeah.
something was moving and doing stuff. And I'm looking through my peripheral and I'm like talking to them because I'm in a conversation, but I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, there's nothing there, but I can literally hear it and feel it. And like, you feel the presence, you
Hmm.
know. And oh my God, it was crazy. So after all the other people left, it was just us and Mike. And that's when we were all kind of like, okay,
Now we can talk
now
about
we
it.
can talk. This is what's happening. Yeah, yeah. And it got real.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hey,
that was
Mike, do you ever think
yeah.
about taking like your paranormal stuff? Do you still have it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you ever think about just taking it with you to some of these places y'all go to?
Yeah, it's weird because like sometimes I go to places and it's already there. Like, how can I say it? Like she's talking about the senses, right? Like I go to places and I'll just start hearing like conversations, like but like mental, like so mentally something's
Hmm.
talking to me, and I'm here like, and sometimes I hear voices. It's weird. Like I hear like conversations, and I'm like, what?
Mhm.
Like what? Or something calls on my name. Like I hear like a mic, and I'll be like, and I'll look, and it's only like three people, and I'm like, but they don't know me, and I'm here like,
Hmm.
so I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy, like where did this come from, but yeah, I'm still in tune with it, like I said, I still have like my house is haunted, I believe my mom's still here. She passed away in the house when she had breast cancer, and this is like
Mhm.
15 years ago. So she wanted to die at home, right? And unfortunately, we gave her her wish, right? And I was there with her. So when she passed away, this is a story I forgot to tell y'all. So that day she passed away, right? She was already gone, right? And we were already making arrangements. So that same night, I when they took her away, I fell asleep in the couch, right? So I already had my, I was already kind of down and out, right? And it took me a while to actually feel like start crying because like when she was gone, I didn't really accept it. But that night was crazy because when I fell asleep on the couch, she died in her room where she sleeps, right? Well, I had the door open
Mhm.
and I shut off the light, right? And I was like, okay, well, today's been a rough day, like, we're gonna make arrangements, and so I was already mentally prepared to go to sleep and just get ready for tomorrow, right? Well, when I fell asleep that night, I slept with the TV on, and it's like I was sleeping on the couch like that, and I had this dream, like it seemed so real, where like she came out of her room, like she walked out, and she came up to me and she like touched my shoulder, like, Mike, wake me up. And in my dream, I woke up and I looked at her and I went, Mom, and she's just like, I'm okay. Don't worry. Like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, but that feeling that she touched my shoulder was still there. The warmth of her hand was still on my shoulder.
Wow.
Oh my
And
God.
so I knew that she was there. And then
Mhm.
my youngest daughter, she's not young no more. She's already in her 20s, but like she used to have seen my mom like in full apparition, like full body, like when
Mhm.
she was like 5 years old, 7 years old. Like, I just saw grandma. I just saw grandma. I'm like, and they were real close. That was like my mom's little angel, you know. So,
Yeah.
I was like, and I was like freaking out, like, where, like, she's like, yeah, I just saw grandma. She said hi, and she loves you, and she loves us all. Don't worry about it. And I'm here, like, she just left the room. I'm like, wait, where's mom? Where's mom? Like, I'm freaking out, right? But like, I still feel her presence here once in a while. She comes and visits. And but we other had, like I said, our house is real spiritual. My daughter has the gift as well, so she picks up conversations. She can read people. She got into tarot cards, so she reads that, and yeah, she's really spiritually gifted. So hopefully, I want to go back to the paranormal. I'm not gonna lie, I miss it. So hopefully you maybe invite me out, Sydney. We'll go out and
Come on, let's go.
do this. Like, invite me, go out, or we can all go. The good old days art, right? We just go out there and have some fun, and
It's certainly tempting to
The
go out
good
there.
old days.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I miss it. Like it's part of me. It's always been a part of me. Like, growing up as a kid, seeing things. Seeing like I think I told y'all. I don't know if I told you all that, but I remember. Yeah, I think I did. When I was like 4 years old, 5 years, I used to play in my backyard, and I used to play with this old man that died
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
yeah, and he would always come
uh,
hang out with us. And my parents
mhm.
didn't even know this guy's name, but they just knew he passed away because he lived next door. But it was a house, and it was an efficiency, like a little apartment. So that's where he passed away. I didn't even know this guy. And this guy would come and play football with me in the backyard, or he would just be hanging talking to me. And then one day I just never saw him again. And they
Wow.
never knew his name.
Wow.
You
Oh
know,
my gosh.
so that was like
That's
real.
crazy.
And this guy was a full apparition. Like, he looked like a regular human, kind of like me and you. Like,
Wow.
he wasn't like any different or anything weird about him. He was just a regular guy.
Mhm.
But he was. I knew he wasn't. Something in my heart was telling me that he wasn't from here. Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't alive. But I didn't know. I was a kid. I didn't know anything. I was just like, oh, look, this nice old man. He's cool. We're playing. I thought he was my uncle. That's what I thought.
Wow.
When I was young. But my parents never knew about it. They thought it was crazy. They were like, what are you talking about? Then we later down the line we find out that he used to live there back in the day. Like, this was like a long before I was even born. So, and he had passed away in the efficiency. So I guess his spirit still stuck around.
Hmm.
But so I grew up in a paranormal field. I always felt spirits, see things. Once in a while I would get out of my body. All that stuff. Like, have dreams where you're in and out. That's when new meditation was at. And yeah, I mean, it's been a part of my life. So it's just something that will probably never leave. And
Mhm.
I would love to revisit it. Like, to help people.
Yeah.
It's all just to help. And
Yes.
because it is real. My opinion, I think it is real. Like I said, and me and Art and Dominica, we all went out there and we seen some things. We felt things. We seen people in distress. And it's hard because, like,
Mhm.
it's hard to believe because some people don't believe it. If I go,
Yep.
some think you're crazy. And
Yeah.
for us at least to be that helping hand, to
That's
go out there and say, hey, let's find out. Let's see what we can do. And even if it's
true.
just a simple answer, as far as like, okay, we're not crazy.
Hmm.
We actually, there is something here. Cool, we confirmed it, and now we can try to resolve it. Whether it's through religion, through blessing the house, or whatever they got to do, take the next steps.
Yeah.
Yep.
But other than that, like, that was the best part of doing it, was just helping people. It wasn't the fact that, yes, it's exciting to see like what evidence we can get, but it was just to be able to help the people and then make them understand that it's real, they're not crazy. And
Yeah.
and there's just sometimes it happens for people to change their lives.
Hmm.
It's a wake up call. It just it affects people differently. And it's
Yeah.
just, I think that was the best part of investigations.
Yep. Same. That's why I do what I do. I like to help people out. Like to show people that there is life after death. Because a lot of people think that once you die, that's it. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing
Oh yeah,
That's
else.
yeah.
true. That is
There's
so
so many,
true.
there's so much evidence out there,
Yeah.
that proves that there is a life
Yeah.
after. I
Hmm.
had experiences.
Absolutely.
Um, I had a big
Mhm.
experience.
Mhm.
And I told Art about it. I had passed away for a little bit and came back, and I saw the other side for a bit. It was beautiful. It's like they say, death is a beautiful thing.
Hmm.
I believe that this is just what I think, is that when we die, like what we're doing here is taking us to the next step in the next life. Like it's
Mhm.
preparing us to make it stronger because we don't know.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you what's gonna happen because I feel like everyone else has their destiny, you know?
Hmm.
So, we all know where we're gonna go, and sometimes I feel like we'll see each other again, but we may be in different, I don't know. Like it's like maybe Art can be my brother in the next book. I do not know. You know,
Could
That's
be.
funny. We
it
were
it
just having this conversation, me and a friend, the other
yeah,
day.
like
Yeah.
we could be, and I
Yes.
feel like some people are
Mhm.
chosen to be strong for people. Like I'm
Mhm.
always been that guy where like I'm just an introverted guy, but I always had a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure you had that as well. Like, you're cool,
Mhm.
and then people just come up to you and just vent to you. They just like trust you. You don't know
But
these people, but they're just like, hey, I think you're cool. Can I tell you what's going on? And they
yeah,
just come up to you, and then you
you
tell
just
them like,
right
hey,
away.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you
Hmm.
click and you help them out, and they're like, man,
Like
you're
you already
great,
know.
and
Hmm.
they never
Yep.
forget you. And I'm the type of guy that, like, I can meet a guy one time and they could just look at me and they'll remember me. Like they'll
Hmm.
be like, "Yeah, I seen you somewhere," and I'm here like, "But
Yeah.
I don't remember." They remember me, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you're that guy with that worked here, worked there. I saw him down, that was doing this and doing that, and yeah, that's pretty cool."
Yeah.
And I'm here like, wow. I even had people come up to me and tell me like, "You stand out," and I'm here like a random person comes, "You stand out of the crowd." I'm like, "What do you mean?" My bald head. I'm like, my bald head, you know. Like my shiny head, is that what you're talking about? Like, no, 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 it's like you're just different. And I'm here like, but I'm not saying anything, like I'm just very quiet, minding my business, and they just, it's just people are have that gift. And and I just believe that when we and I feel like me, like being, I like to be like there for people, help people out. I like to be their shield, like to be their, like I don't like to fight, but I like to fight for what's right,
Hmm.
and I like to stand up for
Hmm.
what's good, you know
Yes.
and that's always been my character. Like I just
Yeah.
that's why I like guys like Captain America. I look up to guys like Batman.
Hmm.
These are all my favorite comic books. Superman, because they were always
Yeah.
using their strengths to help people versus using it against bad.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm
Hmm.
I kind of live my life through them. And movies like Braveheart and Gladiator. Yeah, yes, it's all the fun scenes, the killing scenes, but it's not even that. It's just the character. It's always the character that kind of reminds me of me, And
Hmm.
growing up watching those films and those characters, this is why I like acting, because it's just like
Yeah.
I want to portray a character like that, like the hero, the guy that's always been there, because I do it every day. Like that's just my life. Like
Yeah.
maybe I'm not over there beating up people and doing that stuff, but it's like I'm doing it just being me and helping people out, and just being there for them. And it's just in this time of at this time where we live in this era we live in, right now we need to be a big family, and we need to love each other and support each other, because at this
Here,
time
here.
there's a lot of negativity in the
Hmm.
world, and this is a
Yeah.
time where we need to be one, and we need to spread that message of love and joy, and let people know that the world is not a bad, ugly place. We still have
Hmm.
beautiful things.
Yeah.
We just
Yes.
got to see it in a different light.
Yes.
Yep. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, Art and Dominica, do y'all have any paranormal experiences that y'all can recall?
Yeah, when we were investigating, my goodness, I guess the last investigation we took was at the government building.
No, it was the house of
Oh yeah,
the couple that the
yeah,
husband had killed the wife.
Oh, that's right. The
yeah,
one,
that's right.
That
the
was
one-
the
the,
last one.
the one over
Yeah,
there by I forgot what area, part of town. Was it the Stone Oak
that was
Yeah,
area?
Stone
remember?
Oak.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. I
yeah,
remember that.
up on the north side.
That was
I
the
actually
last.
I took my daughter on that one, I believe. Yeah, I did. I took my
Oh,
daughter.
I
wow.
think you
It's been a
did.
Yeah,
while.
yeah,
It's
she
been
was
a
there.
It's been a
while,
long
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I took her. That
Yeah.
was the first time she went. Yeah.
That was as real as it got, girl. It
Yeah.
was so real. It was.
Yeah.
I'll never forget what I felt in that house. The, just the hatred. I don't even know what to call it, but obviously evil. But I mean,
Hmm.
that word doesn't even do justice of what we felt and the aggression in there, the hostility from the husband that had killed his wife. And the family had asked
Wow.
us to investigate. Well, actually, it was the other paranormal group.
It was a team that called us in.
Junior. It was Junior,
Yeah,
right?
Junior.
Dead Seekers.
The Dead
San
Seekers.
Antonio
Okay.
Dead Seekers.
Yeah.
Yeah, had reached out to Art.
They
Yeah,
called us in for prayer.
for religious.
Hmm.
Yeah, to
And
help.
so we went there as a support team. We didn't go there as the investigators.
True,
Right.
that's true.
And I just went in there to pray, and I was not going to investigate it all at that
Mhm.
time, but I did
Yeah.
drop a recorder, and I did get some EVPs, and I got good ones.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and that
Yeah.
was the last investigation I took. That's when things got really real for us,
Oh.
and things started coming back home with us, and so we
Wow.
stopped
Mm.
investigating. I shut down
That's why
team.
we stopped. Yeah, it was just a lot. Like I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know where the house was yet. I had no idea. I just knew we were on the way to the residence,
Hmm.
and he was driving, and we're going. And we right before we turned on the actual street that the house was on, me not knowing because I was reading a book, and I was so into the book, I just felt like something in my stomach. Like I just felt like just like a tightness in my stomach, and I just felt like all of a sudden I just felt like almost something was saying don't go that way, almost trying to stop me. Like my internals just went off, like my immune system went off, everything. And then that's when he turned out on the street and he ended up pulling over, and then that was the house that we were going to go into. But I felt it in my chest and I felt it in my stomach before we
Yeah,
even stepped on the property.
it was an ugly feeling.
It was
That's where,
Yeah.
ugly. It
yeah,
was very
it's
ugly.
weird because like when she just mentioned that right now, it just brought back that memory where I took my daughter, right. So she was excited. She's like, "Oh, my first education, right?"
Mhm.
So I told her, "Pro- throw protection on us, right?" Because she's into that. So she did it, right. She's like, "All right, Dad." So she did her thing, right, and we
Yeah.
went, right. We were mentally prepared. But as we were going over the right, it's real dark, right? So when I drive it dark, I drive like an old lady. Like I'm just like because I just kept my
It
eyes are not
was
that
dark.
great.
Mm.
Like,
Hmm.
my eyes are not great, right? So I'm just like, all right. So I'm paying attention to the road, and then we get close to the GPS gets us right close to the house, right? So we're looking like, okay, we're here.
Go ahead.
So we're waiting, and then finally, like I was looking for the house. It says you're right near. The GPS is like it's right here, right? So I'm here, like, all right, we're here, all right. Let's just look. So I'm telling her,
Mhm.
look for the address. And then my like before I was looking on the left side, my daughter
Sorry.
before she even said the address, my daughter's like, Dad, it's right there.
Pretty good.
Like she felt, but the way she said it was like it. She
She
sounded kind of
knew. Yeah.
yeah, like she felt kind of like a shocked, but more like it's right there, Dad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where? I'm over here like where right there? And she's like,
Yeah.
right there, Dad. And she's pointing at it. And then I stopped the car, and I'm like, oh. And then that's when I saw their vehicle, and then I saw the other guy, the dead seekers, and I was like, oh. And they were all out in the front. She
Mhm.
like before even GPS said right here, like this is the house. She knew it. She's like right there, Dad. And
Yeah.
but the way she said it was like it just got serious. Her voice got real serious.
You
Like it's right
knew.
there, yeah.
Yeah. We
And
all
then I was
knew
like,
before we even got there.
oh,
Hmm.
whoa. And I was like, so as soon as I got off, I was like, okay. And then she started feeling it first, and then like I didn't feel it yet, but I was just looking because I like to gaze it and feel the energy around the house. And I started picking it up a little, like, okay, I'm
Hmm.
sensing something here. And then that's when they told us the story of what happened. And it's just like, oh wow. Like it was just like I mean, it was horrible what happened, it's sad. And it's just like, oh wow, this is real. Like
Hmm.
this is and I guess they told us, right? Like when all that happened, when they got murdered right there, they want to go to the scene and clean it up, right? And the people
Yeah.
that went there to go clean it up, they even heard the guy's voice laughing at them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
The guy,
cleanup crew.
yep,
Hmm.
they saw, yeah, the cleanup
That's
crew said heard the guy
crazy.
laughing at him.
That's what they told the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
The cleanup crew was so scared they didn't want to go
Yeah,
back to the house, and I think that's
That's
when they
what
sought.
triggered.
That's when they said, "Let's get help," and they reached out to the San Antonio
Dead
Dead
Seekers.
Seekers,
Yeah.
and then they were, I guess, looking into it, right?
Yeah. They were investigating. They had already been there, and then they called us. Like I said, they called us in for a prayer.
Mhm.
As far back
Wow.
as I
It
can
was just,
remember.
it was so bad. I'm telling you, it was
Um,
bad.
But I
the-
do remember reviewing some of the EVPs and that I had recorded, and I had stopped reviewing them. I remember beginning my session, and I said, I have a question for you, and there was a clear answer, and
It was very
it said
clear.
what,
Yeah.
and
Oh
I
my
stopped the
gosh.
record. I stopped the review right then and there, and I was like, I was like, this is going to be my last investigation. I was like, we're pretty much done, and I still have the files. I still have the EVPs. I have everything from our paranormal days archived.
And we
Wow.
have been on previous, but something about this one was just different. I don't know how
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
explain it. It was just different. The way it just left it on your soul, the way it just kind of
Mhm.
marked you without even wanting to be marked. It just kind of it left like a taint, like a.
yeah, it was real dark. The
It was
Yeah.
it was
dark.
real
Thank
dark.
you. That's a good way to
And
describe it.
and
It was
Wow.
very, very
you know
dark.
what was
Mhm.
funny, Dominica? I don't think you guys know because you guys were doing the EVP session, the blessing, right? So
Mhm.
we had the little monitor, right, and we're outside, and it was like me
I remember.
and
Oh,
the
we went in
diggers.
with the
Yeah,
rosary.
you
We
guys went
had
in there to
the
bless the
prayer, the
house,
warrior prayer
and
rosary.
yeah, and it was crazy because like
Mhm.
the orbs were there, but like we started seeing like the orbs like really coming out around y'all.
Mhm.
Like it was
Wow.
just like
Yeah.
we were seeing forms like it's like they were just regular orbs, but they look like they're shaping out to something. Like it wanted to form something. It was just and the you could see like the mist. It almost seemed like a movie, like the mist, like the fire. It was just real thick. Like it was
Like
getting real.
if you were to ask me what's the closest to like a Amity Horrorville experience, that it would have been that investigation, that house,
Oh my
what we heard,
gosh.
what we saw, what he captured and recorded, what we felt. I mean, it was just
Yep.
Yeah, I think if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, the Dead Seekers, while I was in there praying, it was just me and Dominica. They were outside reviewing the cameras. They said the IR lights started flickering while I was praying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen the footage, but I never asked for it either. So
Mhm.
I was, by the time I was, like I said, when I started reviewing my EVPs, I was like,
Yeah.
we're gonna stop investigating.
It was
Yeah.
a long night. It
Things were
was
also following us home. Our home didn't feel clean, and
Oh no.
we had to clean up our home in that spiritual sense. And
Yeah.
the curiosity still to go back out there and investigate still gets to
Oh,
us.
it's always there. Yeah.
It's always going to be there. Yeah.
It's just
Wow.
that we've experienced some things on a spiritual level that really nobody should, and
Right.
other things after the investigation, and we want to keep our home clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that investigation affect your children? Because I know a lot of people don't realize this, but like apart from children being really small, people who are people who are autistic or have a disability, they actually opened a lot more to the surrounding stuff around them. Did it affect your kids in any way?
They've seen some things.
They tell us sometimes when they see stuff, or they'll tell us, monster. And a lot of times parents are like, oh, go to bed,
We
it's
take that
Yeah.
stuff seriously.
but because we know what we know, and because we know that they may be like us and be able to feel and see things like us, we take it seriously.
Yeah.
So when they say something, we take it serious, and we do turn on lights. We put holy water. We watch them. We make sure they feel safe and secure. And
Right.
Yeah, they say that they've seen something or there's a monster under the bed. We really don't like, oh, go to bed. We actually
Right.
go over
No.
there and we're like, okay, yeah, you got to come with me now. Come
Yeah.
to our bed.
or they'll sleep with me, or I'll sleep in their bed. So yeah.
But we never. I know some parents like, there's no monster under the bed. I'm like, 9 times out of 10, it probably is a monster.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
know
yeah.
there's a good chance. So we do take their claims seriously.
Yeah, like
Yep.
growing up, I would tell my parents about the little girl I would see or the monster I would see. My mom would be like, "Oh, that's nothing," because my mom grew up Catholic, so she was like, "It's nothing." And the older I got, I'm like, "No, yeah, there's something definitely weird about me. I can see these things." And now
Yeah.
that I'm a mom and my son, tells me that he sees things, I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like,
Mhm.
let's figure out what it is together. Let's,
Yeah.
I'll help you through it and stuff like that." Because I mean, a lot of people just want to sweep it under the rug and not, acknowledge that their kids have these abilities and their kids can see these things and that they don't know, but eventually in the long run it affects them when they're adults because they're
I
like,
mean,
oh crap, now I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even as an adult, like, we talk about energy, right? And, like if you hang around negative people, it starts feeding off of you, right? Like you
Hmm.
start feeling that energy, right? And it kind of just drains you, right? It's the same thing, I mean, like, and this, we're talking about real people, like me, I can sense that real fast. Like, I protect myself as much. Like I'm real introverted with people, real picky, and
Yeah.
you can feel that vibe,
Right.
and even
Hmm.
being around that can drain you, and you can bring it home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can bring that and it can affect you. You can be like, why am I such in a mood? Like I've had people like, like tell me the problems and they hug me, right? Because they want to hug. And I'll bring that sadness with me. I'll bring that anger with me. And I'm here like, why am I angry? Why am I so moody? But it's because the energy is stained on you,
Yep.
Mhm.
and you got to watch. That's what they say. You got to watch out
Yeah.
who you talk to, watch out who you touch, who you bring to your house. Because it's real. You can bring that stuff and that's what causes, it can cause depression. It could make your day bad, and that's why I believe that children can see things,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially at their young mind because their mind's open right now.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
not distracted. See, right now we're distracted because we got life, right? We got work, we
Right.
got
Right.
kids, we got
Okay.
Distraction.
priorities, right? We got distraction, right? So we don't get
Yeah.
to see the real things. We don't get to see our senses, you know. We
Right.
don't get to pay attention, you know. But once in a while, like me, like I spend a lot of alone time, and sometimes my mind just goes into like in a state like out, and I start
Mhm.
seeing things. Like I'm just like, whoa, was that shadow there? Like, whoa, like it's crazy. It's just because your mind is finally free,
Yeah.
to open it. But when you're distracted, you don't see that. And children, they're small, they're not distracted. They're
Yeah.
just watching cartoons.
Yeah.
They're just living the best time of their life, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so they get to see things, and I believe that entities can communicate with them
Mhm.
because they're open and they open that window for them to do it, but as adults, we don't see it unless we really focus, right? Like if we go to a house, our minds are set on that place, and yeah, eventually things will manifest. But but as like I said, the kids, that's why I believed it. Like I told you, one thing that happened, and it just came to my mind right now. Do you remember when you sleep, and sometimes you let your hand hang off the bed because you're so
Mhm.
tired, you're sleeping? Okay. So I remember one time I was sleeping with my this is one of my great aunts. I don't even know her name, but I know I was sleeping with her, right? Because she was babysitting, because like my mom and dad used to work late, and then my grandma was asleep, so she was there for the weekend. She came from Mexico, and so she would take care of us. And I remember one time I fell asleep early, and she slept next to me, right? And I used to have a habit of leaving my sleep with my hand over. Well, check this out. This is crazy. So I remember one time in the middle of the night, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. I know it's late in the morning, right? And my hand sleeps over. I wake up, something pulled it under the bed like this. And I pulled it up like that in the middle of my sleep. Whoa, what was that? And I
Oh
look in the
no.
bed and there's nothing there. Literally, something like just touched my hand. And I was just, man, I remember that was like the scariest. I got up and I was like screaming. Like, I was like, this is, I was like
Yeah.
6. I'm like freaking out, and my Gia wakes up. She's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I'm like crying, and I'm like, "Told her something, grab my hand," and she's just like, "No, no." And she looks under the bed. There's nothing there, right? But that happened to me once, and it happened to me again, like when I was
Oy.
a teenager. It was like when I was 11 in the same house. Fell asleep. I just didn't care. I was tired, and I felt something like touching my hand,
Ooh.
like doing like this, pulling my hand, but not
Mm.
like ferociously, like not like violently, like trying to drag me down. It was just touching my hand, like look at this hand. And I wake up and I'm like, whoa, what was that? And nothing was there.
Nope. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I karate chop that thing.
So I
Like
I
nope.
I I believe, yes, like there's things that happen. That's what I'm telling you. Those are one of the
Mm.
things growing up. That's when I knew that, like, oh, okay, I'm not alone. It's not crazy, like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I believe that, you know.
Mm-mm. You got the gugui following you around, buddy.
Yeah, that was at my old grandma's house. So, I mean, unfortunately, we don't live there anymore. We moved out. So, but that was
Thank
the old
God.
house. That's where I saw
I
the old
know. I
man
was
there.
about to say.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's where I saw the old
Um,
man. That's why I sold, and there at that same place. That place was haunted 'cause it was real rundown neighborhood. Now they're building hotels there now. It's right
Oh wow.
downtown. Like, yeah, now they resold the property, so
oh,
now they're making it
downtown.
a.
It's all
I was
haunted.
Yeah,
about to. Yeah, I was about to say downtown. That's
yeah,
it.
they're
That
bringing
explains
it.
it all right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
It
had
just said
I had my share of experiences. So yeah, I'm a big believer. I mean, I know people are like, I believe that some people will say it's not real because people don't, people are scared what they don't understand.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
of course they're gonna say no,
They don't want to understand.
they don't want
Yeah.
to, they
No.
don't want to go there, and I just think
Hmm.
that's why people say it's not real
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
until it happens, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
but
Yeah. Like
True.
yep.
I tell the guys at work, like anytime something paranormal goes on TV or like something happens, they'll tell me about it. They're like, it's not real, right? And I'm like, okay, remember what you said. When something happens to you, don't call me because I ain't gonna help you.
Yep. And it's weird. It like people will like when I got into paranormal field and people found out that I was doing ghost investigations. Man, a lot of people came up at my work, where I used to work at. They would come up and say, hey, I got this place, and they would ask me all
I
these
got this
questions.
face.
Yeah, it's haunted. Why don't you come check it out? But at that time, I was real busy, and that time, me and Art and everywhere, they were all busy at that time. We didn't, we were doing different projects. We didn't have time to. But they were coming up to me to go investigate. There were like 8 people that were coming, like, or asking me questions like,
Dang.
"What happened? What's going on? What do we do?" And I'm here just like, wow, it's crazy, right? Like, 'cause, like first they didn't say anything, and these are people I work with like years. and they wouldn't say anything. And then when they finally found out that I was doing a paranormal investigator, they were just coming up to me asking me all these questions like, "What does this mean? What's going on? I
Yeah.
have this
Yeah.
problem," and
Oh,
it's just
no.
like, wow,
Everybody's
like,
usually amazed by it.
yeah, you'll be amazed
Mhm.
how many people
That's how
like
you go.
going through it. Yeah,
And
like,
they
they're
pee in
going
their
through it.
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised how many people actually believe it, but they're just ashamed to come out because they don't want to sound like, oh, I'm crazy or something, But
Right.
it's there, the evidence is there.
We are crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, I miss it.
Man.
I would love to go at least one more time. I mean, I want to go when I don't. I just want to go with like now people telling me, like take me to the
Mhm.
site, but don't tell me what's going on. That's the best part. Like you just
Yeah.
want to come in and feel kind of like when we went to the autism show
Yeah.
that place. I didn't know anything about. I wasn't even
We're
thinking about
like,
it.
we're not
And we
trying to
walk
do
in
this
and
right
we're
now.
just like, whoa, what's this
It's like,
crazy
damn
feeling I'm
it.
feeling? Like I felt this before. Like, oh,
It
okay,
Yeah.
still happens.
yeah, it still happens. We weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
It just happened, and like I wasn't gonna tell them yet, until we actually were alone, like, because they're kids there. I wasn't gonna scare the kids, like,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
and
no.
finally, like our minds connected together, and we're like, hey, like almost at the same time. Do you know this feeling? Like, and we're like, oh wow, like we all
Wow.
just had that instantly, waiting for each other. We're waiting to tell each other, But
Hmm.
yeah,
I remember that experience I had there, which was kind of what started me to go looking. Was everybody was on this side of the door, and the door had opened, and it was right when where Dominica was standing. So it looked like somebody had opened the door and was peeking, and you could have swore somebody kind of stuck their head out, and then the door closed, and then
Oh.
somebody walked back there. So I went after. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? And there was nobody back there. So that was
Oh,
that was my
that's
experience
awesome.
dealing with that.
Mhm.
It's just that we had some other stuff going on, so I was like, "Who is back there?" No.
yeah,
I love peekaboo ghosts. That's what I call those guys, peekaboo ghosts. You could just be going about your own business, and then they peek out at you. They
Yeah.
watch you
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then they go back, and you're like, I know I saw that.
Yeah.
I know you were there. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
If y'all were given an opportunity to go back and investigate any place that you knew was haunted, but you just didn't even like acknowledge it or even take the time to, and y'all guys got the opportunity to go back and investigate, where would it be?
To go back to a location.
Mm.
Oh, spaghetti warehouse for me.
Yeah.
Oh
That
man,
place.
yes,
Yeah,
that
go
that
back
place
there.
was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard stories, but I used to go eat there. 'Cause that was my favorite place to go eat.
Mhm.
Italian food.
Oh
I
yeah, the
loved it
spaghetti
there.
was so good. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved it, man. It broke my heart when they closed it down.
Girl, and the
And,
bread and the sauce.
Yes,
Oh,
the
God.
wedding
Making me
soup. Oh
hungry.
my god,
Ours.
the wedding soup. Was,
Mhm.
but remember when I went there,
Good stuff.
I would always ask the just random because I always felt a vibe there. And in the main area, the main living room, when you walk in,
Mhm.
it's like right there.
Yeah.
And I asked the servers, hey, do you feel anything here, man? Like, is it haunted? Because it was an old building,
Mhm.
And they would tell me. The one that would serve us our table, whether there was a girl or a guy, I would ask them, hey, like, and they would tell me stories that they would feel something
Yeah.
tugging on their
Weird.
aprons, or they felt like a little kid running around them, and they heard a
Mhm.
little girl. I think a little girl when they were closing up, they heard a little girl say closing time.
Yes.
Oh my
Like,
I heard
gosh.
the little girl. I did
yeah,
hear that.
and there was and I sensed a child there.
Yes.
When I before we got more into this, when I used to go with my daughter, I used to go with my
Mhm.
friends. I always felt
Was
a,
it great?
a child presence there, and they confirmed it. Like, yeah, a little girl died there or something like that. I forgot how she died, and I was
Oh,
like,
she went
wow.
in that
Oh
armoire.
yes, a
Remember?
cabinet, right?
Remember the
Yeah,
creepy
the
ass
cabinet.
armoire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, said us.
You're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, she had, and I was like, wow. And then I always put something in the like where the bathrooms are at in there because of the
Yes.
mirror. There's something there in the mirrors,
The
and
bathrooms.
yeah, the bathrooms
Creepy.
were kind of creepy. Like it was crazy.
Old school style.
Yeah,
As
old
soon as you
school.
walk in, you just like it's really cold in there, and you just kind of look around like oh shit, like you just want to pee and get
Yeah,
out.
like you do your business and get out. Like you don't even want to think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And I always sensed a child looking out the window because in the men's bathroom
Mm.
you got your stalls and everything here, right? And then right where the sinks are at, the sinks are on this side, and then right in the middle, it's like if you look out, like if you're walking in, it's like a big old glass mirror. I mean, window. And I always felt this.
That's
I don't
true.
know why. Something kept picturing ahead something on
Put on
my
the
mind
restroom.
where you see a little like someone just staring out the window looking at the
There's a
real
cat
world.
in the restroom.
Like these ghosts are old time ghosts, they're back in the day and they're looking at, wow, what's that? What's that? Like, what's these vehicles? What's like
Yeah.
that's just that's the message I got from them was like they're just looking out there and whenever people would go in that room, they would make their presence known by just feeling that vibe. So yeah, it was really that place was haunted. And I think when we shot that investigation that night, do you remember Art, when I ran downstairs fast from upstairs? Remember when I just ran?
Oh yeah,
Because see, Art, me and Art were up there, and Art told me don't touch the statue,
yeah.
and I touched the statue.
Oh
Well, I'll
no.
tell you what happened after that one. But let me get
Everybody said that.
yeah,
Don't
Touch
touch
it.
it.
and
Don't. Yeah, you're not.
And what does this guy do?
yeah, I
Yeah.
touched it, and I'm gonna tell you
First
what
gotta
happened
touch it.
after this. So when I was up there, me and Art Art was shooting, and there's this. It was real dark, right? And there was this at
Yeah.
the end of the room. I felt a presence, and so Art started feeling too. He was just taking shots, snaps, shooting. And for a
Yeah.
moment, I went into this like hypnosis. Like I just went. It's almost like I daydreamed. Like, and I remember like standing there, and I thought Art was still there, so I was brave, right? Because like, well, me and Art are here, right? So why am I scared, right? Well, he had
Right.
already stepped down. He went downstairs to tell the guys like what he was capturing. I was kind of stuck in a trance, like, and I was seeing things, and something pushed me. And the moment I felt those hands touch my chest, I ran down the stairs. Like I didn't even think about it. Just like it's like my soul
Reaction.
left before my body. Just like,
Damn.
and I ran
Ooh.
downstairs
Like
and
the
everybody,
cartoons.
yeah, like I just ran, and everybody's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh my god, something touched me!" I was freaking out, and I was like, "Something's up there, something's up there." And I was just like,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, "Really?" And I mean, and they were freaking out because they know I never ran, and they saw me just come down the steps like fast. And well, that night after the investigation, we all did a blessing, whatever. Right? We went home. So I fell asleep in my room, which is the room you see in the background. It's a big room, right? So I slept on the floor because my back was hurting, right? So I slept, and I remember sleeping, and I wake up and I see this dark entity, like staring at me, like on the opposite side of the room. I'm like on my, I'm like
Ooh.
on the
Yeah.
floor like this, sleeping, and I'm trying to get up, and I'm looking at him. So I just sensed that he was mad. So when I finally got up, I saw this thing running at me, like charging at me. So I'm on the floor
Ooh.
and I get up to
Oh, no.
like kind of like move out of the way, and then I wake up. And when I wake up,
Uh-uh.
I'm like this, like because in the dream I got up and went like this to get up to defend myself, like to protect myself, because
Mhm.
it's coming at me. And I remember just waking up, and then I was like, it seems so real, and it's daylight. It's like morning, and I'm here like, what happened? What happened? And I'm looking to the corner, and like it's gone. And then and ever since then I never had it. Like it never came back again. But I think when I touched it, that's what it was showing me. Like you touch my statue, this is who I am. It manifested itself to me. But then after that, I never saw it again.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I still have all
You're
the
s-
photography and all the video that we shot. All the investigations we did. It's all archived. It's somewhere.
It's on YouTube.
Well, most of it's on YouTube, but the stuff
Ooh.
there's lots of stuff that hasn't been released ever, and I have it all archived.
Mhm.
Maybe someday.
Your story, Spaghetti Warehouse, beats my story. I sat down on that. There was like a bench that had like a little lid that they said that the little kid would like hide in.
Mhm.
Well, I sat there and I was like, there's no kid here. Like I pretended not to believe, and I felt someone trying to push the lid up as I was sitting on there. And I got up, and this is when I was part of NPS. The founder was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Somebody was pushing on the lid, like trying to get me off." And then they looked at me and they're like, "You know why, right?" I didn't know anything about the Spaghetti Warehouse at all. And I was like, "No." And they said, "She likes to hide in there." I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, she likes to play hide and seek, and that's her spot." And I was like, "Yeah, no, we're not sitting there no more. We're not doing that."
Yeah, that place has a lot of history. We
It
just,
does.
I would have loved to got more and deeper into it,
Yeah.
but
It
unfortunately they
needed
closed
more
it.
time.
Yeah, we didn't.
I
They
know,
got rid
that's
of
so
everything.
sad.
I know.
Isn't the 13th floor like right across the street
Yeah,
from there?
yeah, that's haunted too, from what I hear. I never
Yeah, that's what I
been
was about to
there.
say.
It's right next door. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt the energy's still there. I mean, if I had a choice to go, man, I would like to go to the one. What's that? Oh, man, it was on a episode of Ghost Hunters, Ghost Ventures. That ballroom or that bar. Man, I think they're gonna knock it down too. Where
Bar.
the owner. I forgot what. It's like an old country bar, like a little
The Longhorn Saloon, or the saloon one.
something like that, where they went out there and it was like they're worshiping, like they had like a hole. They called it the Devil's Portal or something. And well, in a way, the owner
That's
would
somewhere
hear like
else. Yeah.
country music playing, like because they had
Oh,
live band.
yeah, I
I
have no
forgot what
idea
it's
what I mean.
called.
Mackey's.
Mackey's. There you go.
Yeah,
Are you talking about
Mm,
Bobby
Bobby
Mackey's?
Mackey. Yes,
okay.
I
yes.
think that's what he's
Bobby
talking about.
Oh
Mackey's.
man, I
Yeah.
heard that is so like that is really like malevolent there. Like it's bad. The energy's. But I
Hmm.
mean, I would like love to just go there just to have the experience. I mean, I don't know about staying overnight, but just to do a
Yeah.
quick little investigation. Like. But yeah, I mean, the stories that they said, and you know, like they would like. I think the one that really freaked me out was one of the how they're in the bar and one of the guys had was drunk. I think it was like one of the owner's friends, and he would go do his business, right? And like he goes into the bathroom and he looks in the corner and she's a dark shadow like staring at him. I
Ugh.
was like, wow,
Mm-mm.
like, and this is like in
Mm-mm.
like daylight, like I'm like, oh, like. And then one of the guys got possessed there, I believe. One of the owner's friends or workers there got possessed, and they had a videotape of him too. They had showed in Ghost Adventures there, like where the guy was just like talking, like it wasn't him. He was just talking, like being real negative and slurring words and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really, from what they're saying, it's really bad. And at first I thought it was like, they're faking it because they're just trying to sell the show. But everybody that has been there has said it's that crazy. So I think that's where I would want to go. That'd be one of my places.
Hmm. I want to go to what's that place? I think it's Lake Shawnee. I think that's what it's called. It used to be in an amusement park and like supposed to be super duper haunted. And one of the spirits that haunts there is a little boy, and how he died is he was on that ride that looks like swings, and it was going around, and this delivery truck was backing up to drop off a delivery, and the little kid slammed into like the side of the truck,
Oh
and
wow.
that's how he lost his life. But they said that
God,
when you go, you can actually see like the swing by themselves and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
mm,
Really cool.
that's so sad.
I know, it's so sad.
Ugh.
Anytime kids are involved, I'm just like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I know. It's
Yeah,
like,
breaks
So
your
sad.
heart.
oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Mm.
It's
But I would
crazy.
love to do. I would love to go. I would like to do it one more time. I mean,
One more
I don't know.
investigation.
Yeah, I would just like to
Well,
do
time
it. I
sake.
mean, yeah, I like to
Mine's
just.
itching. He's itching.
Yeah, you
Let's
gotta
Yeah,
let's find
go
out
back.
who owns the place now and go ask them. Can we just have one last paranormal
Maybe.
you
investigation?
know what I would. You know what I
Just
really want
one
to
more.
do, and I have. I know we're all friends of her on Facebook. What's it called? What's that place where it's haunted? It's a nice house. Um, oh, man,
Black
what's
Swan.
that? The the well, we went there with with me and we went there with MPS. I forgot what it's called.
Black Swan Inn.
There you go.
Black Swan.
Yes, yes.
I
I
love
would
that
love to.
place.
Now I would love to go spend the night and do an investigation. But there's one place I want to go to that they blocked off. Is upstairs.
Yeah, because
There's
that's where the homeowners live.
yeah, upstairs.
Oh,
I feel like there's something up there.
The
Oh
home.
yeah, no, the homeowner. He said, no, definitely. Like I go to the Black Swan Inn any chance I get to, and every time I go, I take my K2 and I put it on the stairs, and it always goes off, never fails.
wow.
So there has to be something
Yeah, there's
upstairs.
something that directs me there. Like when I go
Hmm.
there, my head just turns and just looks like it's like a compass. It's directing me like go up there, and it's just
Oh,
like,
Hmm.
dude, I would love to go, but I would like to go there and investigate the grounds too. Um, man, I mean that's the place I would love to go. And I know the owner was saying she always has events. She always
Joanne.
sends me invites, but yeah, she always sends me invites to go, and I so want to go, but I'm always busy. I'm always working or something. But like I would
oh.
love to go one
Mhm.
day, just investigate that
Yeah.
The
because I
grounds
feel
are
like
crazy.
yeah, I feel like there's good evidence there. I feel like there's really good evidence there. I mean, I felt it this was during the day when she had her festivity she has every year,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and we went there that one year, and man, just in the daytime alone, it was like you really felt that energy. And I'm thinking like, man, what happens if we filmed it at night? You know, like I
At
mean,
night. That's exactly
Dude,
what I was
I
thinking. At
I
night.
volunteered. They did last year or the year before. They did Nightmare at Black Swan Inn, and so it was like a big old haunted trail. And then at the end, you had a big old laser battle with like the big boss man or whatever. Well, I was a mental patient that had escaped. And my station was like, I would sit in the middle of a pentagram that they drew out with sticks and tea candles and stuff. Every time we went out and did something, one of us either saw something, we had our hair pulled, we had our shirts pulled, we saw like just feet going around the place, we heard drums, we heard talking. It gave a whole nother aspect to haunted and spooky.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
that's where I
That's
want to
cool.
go,
That's
or
yeah.
that's where I love to go.
Yeah.
Just go one day and just investigate and just
Yeah.
Well, the
all nighter.
grounds, the Battle of Salado took place right around the Victoria Black Swan Inn.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's why all the history.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love taking pictures there. I always catch something. Always.
Oh.
That would be a good place for you guys to go take pictures. You never know when you're going to see
Yeah.
something.
That'd be
I-
fun.
Yeah,
That'd
like
be
I feel like it's not
That would
that
be
that grounds
cool.
is haunted, but I don't feel it not evil. You know, I
Mm-mm.
feel like it's just like an historical like past. You
Let-
know,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
it's just like I when I was there, I never sensed nothing like malevolent, like oh it's evil. I feel like crazy. It was just like I feel entities there. You know, I
Mhm.
just feel
Yeah.
energy. I feel there's something there. I just don't know what it is, but I feel like there's people there. There's someone trying to reach out, trying to communicate. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's what I feel. So I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like it'd be nice to go and do an investigation. You know, I don't think nothing bad would happen. You know, or take
Mhm.
anything negative home. Or, you know, I just feel
Yeah.
like you'd have a maybe a little surprising experience. And you know,
Hmm.
Mhm.
but
I
yeah,
don't
I'll
think I've
definitely would
ever
love to
brought
go there.
anything home.
Yeah.
We should all go. Let's text her right now and be like, hey, we're going over. We
Yep,
go
and it's right,
sleep
and,
over.
and it's around our neighborhood. You know, it's like around the corner. Like it's not even far away. It'd be nice to just do it for like
Mhm.
a weekend or a day. Go out
Yeah.
there and just take pictures and see what you catch. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be
You
nice.
Cool.
never know.
Yep. Some of the, because there's a milk barn on the property, and the homeowner rents out some of those rooms to different people. So, like, I know one time there was a photographer actually who was set up there, and then there was a antique owner who also set up shop, and then a crystal person who set up shop as well. And I remember I had asked the photographer, I was like, "Has anything ever happened in the milk barn?" And she was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Sometimes I'll come in and like my set's been messed with, or like my camera, my lights are facing another way."
Oh wow.
So I'm like, "Oh wow, that's awesome."
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I know Heinrich, with the spirit that resides in the milk barn, he likes women. So that would be cool for you guys to go take pictures.
Oh my god.
He gets in the picture.
He's all right next to you.
I know.
Oh,
He's all posing. Let's do this, Heinrich.
That's cool.
it is a beautiful place. A voodoo wash.
Hmm. It's very beautiful out there. What was I gonna say? I lost track of what I was gonna say because now I'm like picturing Dominique real like pretty vampiresque, taking her picture, and then you just see someone in the background, an old guy just like kind of
Right.
hanging out.
That's a typical shoot. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
She said it happens all the time.
We wouldn't even think that's a ghost. It's just another dude.
Just
Yep.
a regular San Antonio guy just popping in. So, I'm drawing blanks here.
It's okay. I guess some of the more paranormal experiences we used to have, you know, when that stuff followed us home. Talking about the cars and then the family pictures that were broken.
Okay, you got a better memory than I do. I was going to talk about the government building.
Oh.
That I remember, but if you
Ooh, the
mentioned
government building.
Yeah, go ahead. You do the
that.
government.
So a friend of ours had reached out. He also has a podcast, and him and his brother were going to go investigate a building. And he says, "Oh, you guys do all that ghost stuff, so y'all come with us." So we're like, "Okay,"
Pack
because
up
at
our
that
equipment.
time we had the St. Joan of Arc paranormal. So we said, "Okay, we'll go." So it was in downtown, of course, and we get there, and it's this huge old government building. It's super tall, and we end up getting there, and he has the guy. You know, we're waiting for the guy to show up, but we have no idea who the guy is. And he turns out to be like this really outlandish, really cool, but really eccentric gay guy. He's so
Okay.
funny. But he was a character. He was a character, let me tell you. So he's the one that gives us a tour. He takes us upstairs. We go up in the elevator, and he's like, "Okay, it's, you know, pretty much this floor, this area." So we kind of set up, we do our thing, and we stayed quite a bit of time. We were there for like most of the night, I want to
Yeah.
say. And we did pick up stuff. I guess, do you want to share some of the experiences? Things like that.
We had the EVP session that we did.
We did EVP.
It's been so long since I worked with the equipment. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it repeats back what kind of like what's out there. I would put the headphones on and I blindfold myself and I would sit there and I would just say the words out loud, whatever I
Ooh,
heard.
the Estes method.
Yeah, while everybody else is talking, you know,
Yes.
or asking questions.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been years since we've done this.
Yeah.
I was doing that, and it was there's really some stuff there. I got really uncomfortable. I got overheated, and then I got extremely cold.
Wow.
So multiple times.
Yeah.
So I think I gave everybody 3 sessions with that type of method. So
It didn't feel evil though. It didn't feel evil. I just felt like there was a lot of paranormal activity there. We did hear, we did feel. I think we even felt like, you know, like it felt like if somebody was touching us. It was really weird. But it didn't feel evil, like it was trying to harm us. I think it was just a lot of history, again,
Right.
you know, things like that were there.
and then this building has access to the underground in San Antonio.
That was the best part.
the
That was the best
tunnels.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
tell-
got
yeah.
really close.
Yes.
They didn't want us to go all the way in because of the liability, but
Mhm.
we I was about to go in there.
We wanted to.
It's just that they said there was about 2 to 3 inches between us and the street.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
So
we,
safety, they were worried
Yeah.
about that, but the catacombs that
Yeah.
were in
we
there.
got pretty close, and
Mhm.
so we all kind of just stayed in there for just a few minutes. And if I remember, somebody saw something deep in the dark
Mhm.
move,
Mhm.
and we were
Yeah.
doing the best with our equipment down there. And
Yeah.
you know, we didn't bring too much equipment, but
That is so awesome.
I
I
would love to
know.
go back to that one. At least get in that catacomb area.
Yeah,
Right.
they just
I
didn't want
totally
liability.
forgot
and
about
all
that.
So, but yeah, it was crazy. It was fun.
The energy felt more like I don't know, like old school, like you know, back in the day. That's just how I felt.
Yeah,
Like spirits from back
a
in that
different
time,
that
that
time
era.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
time era. You know, like that's just how I
Yes.
felt. Like that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Being in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You know, and
That's
it's just
awesome.
like you're in
so
another world, back in that world.
yeah,
Mhm.
back in
Right.
that time.
Yeah, in that time.
And but that's energy I was feeling all the time there. I was
Yeah.
like I don't know. That's just like if I was part of that time, you know, like they were trying to
Yeah.
introduce that that time frame energy. Like you know, it's just like oh wow, like they're telling us a story. You know,
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah,
that's what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
It was a cool
And-
experience. It was for sure. It was
Yeah,
good.
I would definitely go back. And
Yeah.
now we have better technology if we do decide to go back. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With my photo equipment, we can tether to the iPad,
Mhm.
and we can change the exposure to see if something's hiding in the shadows.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So we sit around and we think of this stuff, obviously, but I don't know if we'll ever go back. I don't know, Mike. What do you think? We'll ever go back?
I would like to go. Maybe nothing too crazy. You know, like like a place that we know it's really evil. You know, I would try to stay away from that. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
more just something like I guess like you know like we're talking about that building or you know somewhere where like it's historical and it's something like yeah
no,
you may
no
see stuff.
gateway to hell. Let's try to
Yeah,
get away
kind of
from
stuff like that.
that.
You know, like I would like to. The only time I would like to do something like that if it's something to help. You know, I'm
Right.
talking about someone really in need. Like I'm like someone that really needs the help.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
what it
what
does.
happened. That's what happened at that last investigation.
But you never know what you're going to walk
Wow.
into when you're
Is-
going to
yeah.
help a family.
They reached out to us from a religious perspective to help, and I felt like we did. I felt like we did a lot of good while we were there. but we also took a lot, and it.
It,
I mean, to the point where we
it
stopped.
caused, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, it caused us to stop.
And and that's a sacrifice sometimes we take, when we do that. And
Yeah.
a lot of paranormal people that talk about paranormal, they just think
It's a
like, oh, we go
choice.
out there and
Mhm.
we just want to be cool and get footage and post it on YouTube
Yep.
for attentions and likes. And it's like, that's
It's
not
more
what
than that.
really.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than that. Like
Yeah.
like you said, when you talk to
It's
the
true.
family, it's sad when you hear about the stuff that they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of scary some points.
Yes.
Then and then also it's sad because people don't believe them. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
we try to reach
Yeah.
out. People are think like whatever.
Or no one will
They're,
help them. Nobody
yeah,
else
because they
will.
think they're crazy, they're on
Yep.
drugs, whatever, right? They
Mhm.
just don't, or they're scared. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think they're just scared. That's why they say stuff like that because they're just like,
Yeah.
you know, like I
Yeah.
said, people are scared of what they don't understand, so they're gonna just be like,
Exactly.
oh, and it's good to go out there and help them, but like you said, you're also risking yourself spiritually and mentally.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can bring it home. I mean, you can
Yeah.
bring the energy home. It can affect your
Yep.
week. It's
Yeah,
happened to me where I felt
Mhm.
drained. Like
Yes.
Oh
it's
It's
yeah.
like a
weird. Like
vampire drains you.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
like I
Mm-hmm.
felt drained, but
Yeah. There's
like
people that do that.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
felt emotionally
Mhm.
drained. Where like I'm just like, why do I feel this way? Why do I
Yeah.
feel dragged? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel upset? Why am I mad? But it's
Yeah.
because that residue is
Yep.
on you, and it
Mhm.
takes a while to leave. Like you have to, it sticks with you like a bad scent. It's like it's
Yes.
on
Yeah.
you, and you just gotta like let it just fade away. And
Mhm.
that's why I don't like to go too much to negative things. Like I said,
Mhm.
unless it's to help.
Yeah.
But you're gonna like I know when I go, I'm gonna drag something. It's automatic. Like I already know.
Mhm.
Like okay, I'm risking it, and I'm gonna take this vibe, energy vibe, and whatever you want to call it. But I'm taking it with me, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna suffer for a bit. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
yeah,
It's like taking a bullet. It's like, do you
yeah,
want to take that bullet? Is it worth it? So.
and
Yeah.
one incident, it's just short, real quick. When I went about NPS, this we went to another house. It was around the Pecan Valley area, like where city bases around that area.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to this house, and it was right when I got off to work. Right, I went over there, and we were all there. They were already there. I met them there, and well, with this house, a little girl committed suicide. So,
Oh my
what
god.
was crazy is that I didn't know. I mean, he texted me the coordinates are like, "Hey, meet here," and I got out of work at 10, and I got there by 11, right? And he's like, and they were gonna be there till like 2 or 3, and they're already seeing shadow figures and stuff. They would see like a cowboy, and wait away, this girl killed herself there, and she died in a room. So it was crazy. Is like when I got there, right? I didn't feel anything yet until that door opened and they let me in, and then I felt like like a strangling sensation, like something like I couldn't breathe. I was like like
Oh,
like that, and I felt something around my neck, like real tight, and I was like, and then he told me, "You see that room over there? That's where the little girl." So as I walked further, it felt tighter and tighter, like it was
Oh no.
strangling me. But what I was feeling was a rope around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was feeling, and everybody that went in that house felt that sensation. I thought I was the only one. Everybody that walked in, it was
mhm.
just that little girl kind of like backing up, like what do you want? What do you want? But eventually, when
Yeah.
it got comfortable, she let it go. So for a while, like I was like, like, but I felt this tight, like something was
Wow.
strangling me like this, and but it was the little girl. And as we did EVP sessions, we found out that she committed suicide. And
Wow.
then also they were seeing a dark shadow figure manipulating itself, like being a dog, like walking in the kitchen. Then a cowboy figure that would appear to his son because they had a little boy there, and he was scaring the
Mm.
little boy at night. And it was crazy because when we went outside to do investigation, I went with one of the other members, and she was blessed in the house, and I felt that that entity was scared of us because we couldn't make contact with it. Like it would throw EVPs, but it wasn't there. And then I would feel like it was hiding, like you said, the peekaboo ghost. Like it was next door, hiding behind a truck. Because I would feel like something was going doing this, like looking at us, like what are these guys doing here? And well, when I was doing the investigation, I was kind of doing my own investigation mentally. Like I'm looking, and then I see this which is like a bag of barber a charcoal, which they sell at HEB.
Mhm.
And if you see the brand of it, there's a figure of a cowboy like doing this, like lighting the fire,
wow,
and something told me that's the cowboy.
Oh,
It morphed into that cowboy, And then I brought the bag in and I told the family, I said, "Is this your cowboy?" And they go, "Oh, yes, this is exactly." They just that's exactly how he looks like us because it manipulated itself.
Ew. Oh my god.
Like it took that form from the bag and it made itself to that cowboy. And I said, "This is your
I
cowboy."
know. It just
And
sounds like
they
demonic. It
just
doesn't even
freaked
sound
out. They
good at
just
Mhm.
all.
freaked out. They were like, "Where did
Mm-mm.
you get that?" I was like, "This is what you had. Like this is a cookout. Like this is it was right by your barbecue pit. Like something just told me that's that's their
That's like
cowboy."
straight out of a movie.
And they freaked out. They were like, "Oh my god, that's exactly how it looks like." And I'm just like,
Wow.
So they had a
so
mimic on their hands.
yeah, they were
Oh
mimicking,
no.
and they told me, "How did you figure it out?" I go, "It just it told me. It
You
told
knew.
me.
Mm.
It told me like this is me. This is
Yep.
what you're looking for. This is what you're looking
Oh.
at."
Wow.
And I
I
was
think I
like,
remember you
"Wow,
telling me that.
yeah, it talks to me, like that's how I hear them. I don't hear their voice, but they're talking in my head like, this is what I'm doing. This is
It's tripped out.
you know." That's why
Tripped.
sometimes I can blank out into like a little how can I say it like I guess like I said like in a dream, like a and I'll space out and then I'm seeing it play out of my head and then I'll come back and be like, whoa, like it kind of invites me like look what I'm showing you,
Wow.
and so that's what happened at that house. For a moment I blanked out and I saw that picture and I was like, there it is. I got you, like I know what you are. And then when I told the family, they freaked out. They're just like, oh my god, that's exactly how it looks like. I'm like, yeah, it's mimicking that
Oh,
Mm-mm.
to scare y'all.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so yeah, the paranormal gift's still with me. It's still there. Like I said, it comes when it wants to. I can't control it sometimes. Sometimes, it has to. They want to talk. Like
Yeah.
they want to talk, and sometimes they'll talk to the person that's closer to it. And
Hmm.
so that's why I tell you, I think I'll never leave that behind. It's always gonna be part of my life. That's a gift that's just stuck with me for years. I use it
Yeah.
to read. I also use it to read people. I use it to my advantage sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Like
always good to have.
like I can sit there and
superpower.
I can hear people talk, and I don't have to sit there and talk to you. I can sit there and just listen and listen, listen, and I can already know. Like, oh, I know what you're all about. You just told me a
Oh,
story.
that's crazy.
That's
That's
so
that's got to be good though, because like if you go like to go shoot something or somewhere, and then you bring in someone new that you've never met, and you'd be like, and then you could read off of them, and they'd be like, yeah, no, I don't like you.
yeah. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Like the gift we sometimes I have, I like and I don't, because sometimes it breaks your heart on certain things, like certain people you think that are special, or you think that you get off to them, and then you find out they're not.
Mm.
It breaks your heart, like why you like that. But it's just life.
Oh,
That's
I
just
know
how it
that all too
is.
well.
So yeah, it's something like that. But then again, it's just not that. It's like I
Yeah.
see everything. Like the best way to describe myself is like I could be blind, literally blind, and I'll still see the world the way it is.
Wow.
That's how close I am to this, like with nature, with earth, with energy. Like
You're in tune.
sometimes I see the way the world is, and people don't see it the way I see it,
Hmm.
and they're just like, "What, Mike? What? It's just the world." It's like daily life, and I'm just like, "Don't you see? Don't you see? Don't you see what I'm seeing?" No, I don't. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and it breaks my heart. And it's just that's why sometimes I don't. I'm a big introvert. Like I don't go out as much because it's like I see the world the way it is, and I don't want to be part of it. And
Yeah, it's
and
ugly.
and it's yeah, it could. I mean, there's beautiful in it. There's beauty in it, and
Oh yeah.
but those are the beautiful things. Like to me, beauty is like when you meet the person. A good person that you rarely don't see. It's
Hmm.
those are the people that are like people that you don't see on an everyday basis, and then you're just like, man, these are good people. Like Art and Dominica, like
Yeah,
these
I was
are
about to
perfect
say like
examples.
these two right
Oh,
Yeah,
here.
like I don't have that much friends that I can
okay.
really, but then with them, it's like it's home. It's like
Hmm.
that we're all on the same page.
Mm.
Yeah.
And but everyone else, like I can't really talk about this. I can't be myself. I can't, there's just things about them that you just don't trust. And it's just the way it
Hmm.
is. And there's always those good people out there that you just meet, and it's just like you just click.
Hmm.
And then those are your people. And
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
kind of how the gift works for me. So, it's always, and I kind of like thank God for that. I mean, and I like to use it for good. It's like I like to use it for good things, help people out. But as of right now, that's why I miss the paranormal field, because I just miss helping people. Because I read stories and it's like, dude, it's
Yeah.
so true. It's so true. Like I wish I could be there. To see, to help. Yes,
Mhm.
picking up evidence and everything is great, but at the end of the day, we're there to see what we can, get rid of it,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to go again, maybe in the future. I don't mind doing it. I still think about it. I still get psyched up about it. Like, oh man, that'd be so great.
I think we all get psyched up about it.
Yeah, so I would love to do that.
Mhm.
I don't know. For now, we can
That's-
just stick to making the horror movies that we're making. I mean, we can
Love
make
horror
millions
movies.
there.
I will be y'all's #1 viewer. I would just keep watching all y'all's awesome
Yeah,
stuff.
Awesome. Thank you.
definitely.
Yep, their stuff is great. Yeah, I hope. Their movies are great. Like Nightmare on with the Grayson, what's it called? That
Gothic
movie,
Grayson
Gothic
Street.
Grayson was great, man. It was awesome.
Ooh.
They make a
Fun.
part 2. I definitely want to be in it. Like I love vampire movies. That's always
Is there
been
going to
my
be a part
thing.
2?
We're starting a whole new series with the vampires. So we're in I guess the scripting and the pre-production stage at the same time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and then it's going to be a full-length movie, this one. So it won't be a short film.
Cool.
And then we do have about 10 short films that we need to film before we can start that one. Well, I don't want to say before we can start that one. We'll always film simultaneously. We're
Mhm.
wild like that.
Oh yeah.
But we do have another kind of tinier vampire film we want to film just because we love vampires. And the Psycho film that we have
Hopefully Saturday
where she's
we'll be
crazy.
filming.
Saturday we'll film something.
Mhm.
We just haven't decided on which script to go with yet. And
Nice.
that one, I think there's a fortune teller in that one. And I think, Mike, I need to cast you as, I don't want to give it away, but you are in one of those shorts for sure.
Oh.
As Ace, as a co-star. So that
Awesome.
one we do want to send to the film festival. So I need to get with you on that one. So
Definitely.
That's cool. That's
You
cool.
let me know. I'll be there.
yeah, because
This
last
is
time you were VO, so this time you're going to be co-star.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Woo.
I've been waiting, man. 2023 was a year I wanted to, but it didn't start. It was a rough year for me. But 2024 is the new year, man. I really want to take this to the next level. Taking acting, taking modeling, taking everything. My goals. I just want to take it to the next level. So
We all have our our ups and downs. It's
Mhm.
normal, but we just gotta help uplift each other. Through
Right.
those times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
get
that
through it.
was a good point. Art and Dominica were there for me. When I was going through my downs. At that, I was out for 3 months. I was going through a lot of mental illness thing. I had to take a break. Had to take a step back. And yeah, they were always there for me, man. And I appreciate them. Uh, they made time for
Work can get
me.
stressful,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, they're busy parents. They got kids. They got a busy life, and I just appreciate that they were there to make time for me. If it's 20 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, you know, um,
But
that
I
really
was there
meant a
for
lot
you
to me.
24/7.
Yeah, man. Art.
Yeah.
I mean, Art
Always,
was there. He
always.
was a 24 hotline. I
Oh,
called
nice.
Art, and he would just
I was there at 2 in the morning, 2 in the
yeah,
afternoon.
Yeah.
he would
didn't
text
matter.
Oh,
me,
that's
message
awesome.
me,
Mhm.
talk to me, especially
That
Dominica.
is
They were
something I think that sets us apart from other talent agencies. Is that we're like a family, and you can ask my other talent too, the other actors and models. I mean, they know they can pick up the phone at 2 in the morning and call either me or him or both of us or one of us if they can't get a hold of one and just talk to us, vent, cry, whatever it is, or say, hey, I got this great idea. But yeah, I mean, we are very, very tight. We're a small agency, but we're tight and we take care of our own. So yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love these people. They've been good. I'm glad God brought them to my life. Now we're making magic happen, following our dreams. We're doing things that we love, and we're all doing it together. And we're
Yes.
like I said, we're a family. It's just not all about business.
Yep.
At the end of the day, we're all human beings. And we all need each other, right? At the end of the day, and
Right.
they always been there. And like I told Art and I told Nika, I'm always gonna be there for them. They've proven time and time again that they always been there. They've been there in my worst and my time. Even if it was just a little moment I'm having, they're just, hey, I'll send them a message. They'll message back and say, hey, don't worry about it, I got you. And just let them know that I'm always going to be there for them and their family, and especially that at this time, with their son and everything, I'll
Right.
support them 100%. I'll be there. I'll donate whatever I need to do. they have a beautiful kids, beautiful family, and we all need to be there for each other.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you, brother.
So, are y'all looking for any other talents?
Yeah, we look we actively
We
scout.
do.
We don't tell people how we scout or what we look for,
Mhm.
and we don't tell people how long we watch you before we actually approach you. So, but we are always watching.
Yes.
Cool. Y'all hear that, everyone? They're watching. If you're into modeling and stuff, they're watching you guys. Got to come with your A game.
Yep, that's right.
So, where can they find you guys at?
Just our regular social media on Facebook and Instagram under Art and Herrera and Herrera, and the Masterminds Talent LLC Instagram. That's the company Instagram. And then our my photography Instagram is Heart or D Heart as it's spelled, but it's just an acronym of our names, Dominica Herrera Art. And
It's Masterminds Talent LLC on Facebook and Masterminds Talent _ LLC on Instagram.
Awesome. Mike, where can they find you at?
You have my Instagram, so if you follow official.michael Guerra, I think it's Mike Guerra, Michael Guerra. It's actually MikeGuerra.com. Official Mike Guerra at Instagram. Sorry, and Instagram. I'm not a big social media guy. I just started my page, so I'm trying to help it grow. I still need to put more content. Mainly, it's just a lot of the fitness stuff. But I'm trying to get more into acting, more pictures out there, modeling, doing with Mastermind Talents.
Oh, you
But
just got
yeah,
new headshots.
oh
yeah. So
But
I
I
need
keep them
saw.
posting.
They're very nice.
so
They
yeah,
came out great. He killed
They
that
did.
photo shoot. He slayed it. Mm-hmm.
so those are
They
your
came out
He
actors.
slayed
really
it.
good.
Your modeling is scheduled to come up, so we got to take you out downtown and do a full body.
Yeah, like a fashion
Okay.
photo shoot for him. Yeah.
You gotta work,
Mhm.
freaking
Yeah.
girl.
So my Instagram is official.myguerra.
Mhm.
You can follow me on Facebook as well. It's just Mike Guerra at Facebook, and have a TikTok as well, but I haven't really paid attention to it. But like I said, I'm revamping everything. Probably have to turn up the page a little bit, start putting more photos, more of acting, more of working behind the scenes, and change it up a little bit. Try to get a
I got
following, trying to
you.
get my
I
subs out
post
there.
him. I post him all the time.
Yeah, they're always posting. That's good.
Mhm.
That's awesome. They're always trying to get my name out there. Yeah, but I'm trying to work on my page so I can just get it
Mhm.
going and get some
Grow
more
it.
followers. Yeah, grow it out there and try to get my name out there as an actor, and
Yeah.
I also get Masterminds out there too, LLC, so we can
Mhm.
get the company out there, and and it's just like I said, it's just not for me. It's to get all our talent.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm here to help all of us get up there. I want Mastermind Talents to be, number one. Like I want our names to get out
Yeah.
there, not just
We're
me.
actually worldwide now.
Yeah.
We do have talent
Nice.
worldwide.
We have talent
Mhm.
worldwide.
That's awesome.
Yep. Which is really exciting that happened. Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that like I said, I thank all the Mastermind Talents, going out there and slaying it out there, doing their thing.
Yes.
I'm proud of them. I'm proud to be part of them. I know
Christopher
we got some new ones that joined, some OGs, and they're out there, they're coming. We can't,
Gloria, Erica, Egypt.
yep, we got all these new
Nice.
talent, and
Yarrow, Anthony, he's out there.
Juan
He's-
Antonio Ceballos.
yes, Antonio Ceballos. So I can't wait, and
Mhm.
yeah, I can't wait to start working with these guys. So like I said, I'm proud of all of them.
Bethany.
Yep. All the
That's awesome.
all our
All our
Mastermind
girls,
Talents,
yeah.
proud of them. We're all
Yeah.
doing good, and want to see
Yeah.
us grow. That's what I want to see. I want to see all of us grow.
Yes.
Y'all
all
should do
together.
y'all should do like a dark vampire gothic calendar. That would be cool to see.
That would be
Well,
nice. yeah.
actually, so that's funny you say that because at the last movie premiere we did, our dress code was it was high fashion vampire couture with a touch of gothic. So
Ooh.
everybody dressed. That was a
Yeah.
theme for the runway. All the actors from MMT dressed like that. So it's funny you say that. But yeah, I like the
That's
calendar
cool.
idea.
The calendar, yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
We should,
Let's get on it,
get
Mr. Art.
out before Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Yes.
we could start working on it so it's ready for Halloween. Yeah.
That'd be
Actually,
cool.
want to do a character change too. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually bought a wig. Because I want to have like this
Oh,
long.
yeah.
Because I was into this
He's dying
vampire.
to put hair
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Like I want to have that nice Interview with the Vampire touch.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like that because that was when I had hair back in the day, and I had long hair like Chris,
Chris.
and So Chris, take care of your hair,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, that was the fashion I did. You know, it was like long hair, ponytail. It was
So
Mm-hmm.
if you see
into
him in a
that.
film with long hair, you know what's up.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You know, but that's kind of like the character I want to play. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
kind
that's
of
cool.
that. So that's what I want to do. That I kind of got some ideas, and I'll get with Art with that as we continue. You know, as production goes. But that's kind of character. So don't freak out. It's like, hey, this guy just grew here overnight. Oh, what happened? What's he drinking?
Well, I know. Like, what's your miracle girl?
Yeah,
We need to know.
Well, yep.
Miracle
Well, we're
But
Girl.
definitely gonna knock out as many horror movies and short films as we can before we start moving out into like the comedy and the more lighter movies. And then I do intend to circle back to horror and with a better skill set.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I have an action one in mind. I'm in a script, and then some like Hallmark romantic
Oh, love
fashion films
romance.
that are going to be coming out soon.
yes, those fashion films.
That's
are,
awesome.
Us.
I
Gonna
gotta
be great.
get all this
Mhm.
horror stuff out of my system,
Mhm.
and then by then we'll have an even better skill set when I circle back.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Cannot wait to see all that.
yeah, I would love to have a photo shoot, but like a 1940s look kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Ooh,
theme
I
I would
love
like to
that.
do. Like a nice suit back. Like
Yeah,
just need to
Yeah.
find a
I
we
have
can do it.
I have
Yeah.
vintage lenses, that'll help enhance that. So.
Mhm.
Ooh, we're
that
getting
that's the idea I want to do. Like a
secret
photo
top
shoot.
information,
Like
guys.
yeah, like something like that. I would like to shoot kind of something like that, real classy, real. Because those
Yeah.
are the times that I like. Like I listen to a lot of music, jazz, you know, Frank
The era.
Sinatra, that
Mhm.
era.
Okay, okay.
You know, that's kind of the
Mhm.
idea I like. So I would like to shoot a.
Yeah, I've got some stuff.
Yeah.
I repair lenses, so I
Cool.
usually find them piece by piece, and I've got lenses dating back, I think, pretty far back. I don't want to say how far back, but until I was working.
Yeah,
But I've got some really cool lenses that'll help enhance.
kind of
the-
like that theme. You know, like have that theme, like a photo shoot where like that. Even has some of the talent there. You know, like just at the nice bar. I think that hotel where you shot your photo shoot, as like a
The Min-
swimsuit. I think you did that hotel.
the
I
Minger?
forgot what it was. None. Either
The
the
Thompson
Minger.
Hotel.
the Tom-
Yes, beautiful. Like that bar
Ooh,
setting. Like, oh man,
yeah.
that'd be great.
Mhm. It's pretty.
You could do a
Some beautiful-
mobster shoot. Sorry, I'm giving y'all like hundreds of ideas already.
I like that. Yes. Yeah, we
But-
could do monsters.
Yeah, I would like to do that. That kind of
Mhm.
era.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is, I think, like a 40s era, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Could do it.
Awesome.
Boom.
That'd be cool. I can't wait to see all these pictures and all these videos. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, we'll send you. Well, you come to the premiere for or a soft premiere for the.
Yeah. We'll let you
Salt
know.
potato.
Definitely want
Okay.
you there.
Definitely, yeah, you gotta be there. Definitely gotta be there,
Awesome.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. I would definitely go.
Mhm.
Definitely want to check it out. Looks really interesting, really awesome.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for taking some time out of y'all's busy schedule to talk to me and getting the awesome modeling and photography out there. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for having
You all,
us.
hey, well, thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Yeah.
much.
No, thank
And
you
we
for having
definitely need to get together and investigate.
Oh yes, definitely.
Well,
We'll muster up some courage.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll go somewhere nice and subtle. Cemetery number 1 is very historic, very beautiful. Also,
Yeah.
the
I have a
backdrop
photo
at
shoot
San
scheduled
Antonio
out
at
there.
night is beautiful. See, you'll already be there.
We're going to, yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, don't give away any details.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what?
It's gonna be. We'll do something fun out there.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. I would love to that. I'll be down for that.
Let's
Awesome.
do it.
Retired investigators return.
Yeah.
There's another episode for you.
There's another movie right there. Let's go.
Honestly, we're gonna go out there.
We'll go live.
We might as well film it. We might as well
Right.
film it as three investigators, come out of retirement for one last,
We should for one last hurrah. You never know what'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. That's all the wildest ride ever.
Right?
Situation or something.
That's how all the scary stuff starts.
Oh yeah, right. So we'll
Once
probably get all
upon
the
a
good
time, based on a true story type thing.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's gonna happen when you least expect it. Something's gonna
Yep.
happen.
That's true.
And-
That is
Mhm.
true.
stuff. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm down. I'm really done.
We
Let's
will
do
do
it.
it. We'll jot
Mhm.
it down and we'll make a plan.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna be in
All right.
prayer for a long time after that. Oh, man. Because once we get out there, our silliness is going to take over. We're like, okay, let's
Oh,
start
yeah.
calling out EVPs, and then it just starts popping. Knowing us, the thing, I don't know why we attract those things so easily.
Yeah, the ghosts are all gonna be like,
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
hey friends.
Hi guys. But they're gonna see all your equipment. They're gonna be like picture time.
oh
Yeah.
Be all modeling and
Yeah.
everything.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
it'll be fun.
again, it will be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, thank you
Love it.
guys for coming on and
Yes.
spending some
Thank you.
time with
Thank
me.
Yeah.
you for having us.
Yeah, thank
Mhm.
you. It was great to catch up.
Yes.
It was good to catch up. Definitely
Yeah.
good. Whoa. My laptop's being a little crazy right now. I don't know why.
It's haunted. Yeah. that's
Yeah.
why.
Probably.
It's
We're talking about
Shows.
ghosts.
Um,
It's already starting. We're talking
Yep.
about ghosts and investigating, and now it's like,
right.
oh,
This is the part we cut to the opening of the movie.
I'm telling you, just saying it, it's already.
Yeah.
it's
The
like
energy's
gonna be one of
coming.
those- it's gonna be like one of those paranormal activity movies where like everything
yeah.
just starts
He's
going
good.
on.
I already know.
I'll be
I
like,
already
Suki,
know.
who's that behind you? Is that your whoa.
No, no, don't say
Oh,
that.
wait, let me pull a mask.
Hey, he's gonna start
Oh
pulling
my
stuff.
gosh.
Let's see.
This thing belongs.
Now I'm intrigued.
So I think, yeah, we had a
Oh my gosh.
One of our actors wore that in Prayers Rising.
a movie called Prayers Rising. Dominica's a nun. She gets to play a nun, and
I think it was Sister Gabriela, I
Yeah.
believe. Mhm.
and then Mike played the voiceover demon, and then
Mhm.
Enzo played the demon.
Oh
He was
my
the
God, that is
physical,
so
the physical
cool.
one you saw. Mhm.
So I don't know. This thing's supposed to be in the garage.
Oh yeah, no, that'll definitely pop up behind me, and then it'll be like, you know, what started off as a podcast ended up being some kind of horror movie. I'm sure. But yes, so thank you all for tuning in tonight to the Humptious Realm and meeting my awesome friends, Art, Dominica, and Mike. Again, can't wait to see all your awesome videos.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks for having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we
Yes,
we
thank
can't wait
you.
to see your videos as well.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
All right.